boxing, the boxing debate arena. Let me just get this. Alright. Yeah, this is KingBucho, so it's a special transmission since BDA is not the host. Yeah, I was bored, so I was like, I'll come to the BDA headquarters and take control of the ship. Do a Friday show, see what happens. What's up, Koran Bread? So yeah, Punisher. I don't know, the second Renaissance show that we did yesterday. Stu, texted me this morning. He's like, "Do you guys take down the show?" I'm like, "No." Then I checked, and the show wasn't there anymore. And usually, when YouTube, what I've experienced is that when YouTube takes down one of your videos, they fucking let you know why. But they didn't tell us anything. So it said that when you clicked on the link, it would send you to where the video was, and it said user removed the video. It's fucking weird because we didn't delete it. So I don't know, man. Maybe because we were talking about fucking ghosts and shit, and maybe some paranormal activity happened. I mean, I don't fucking know, man. What's up, Aaron? Yeah, I mean, when I host shows, they're like fucking laid back, man. I mean, besides, it's kind of late, especially in the fucking UK. We have a lot of UK fans, so, and from other parts of Europe. It's fucking late over there, so I don't know how this show's gonna go. Probably get some people from the West Coast. By the way, I'm eating popcorn, which I shouldn't be doing when I'm online, on the air. Yeah, they fucking hacked us, Koran, man. I mean, I don't know, man. They didn't tell us why. Fucking Stu's telling us to fucking contact them. I'm like, I'm not gonna fucking send them a fucking email, or I mean, I don't know. Maybe we said something controversial. I mean, fucking YouTube these days, they're shutting down channels for no fucking reason. They're very strict now, and so I don't know. Maybe we said something, but then again, like I said, they let you know why they took your video down. They didn't tell us shit. Anyways, Precise said he should come later on because I want to talk to him about the whole Wilder Povetkin deal. They went to court or something. Because I don't really follow. Like, Precise knows way better than me. Like the whole fucking Meldonium situation, and because I've been watching other videos, from other YouTubers. You know who I'm talking to, and they're like, "Oh, the court was fucking biased, and the Russian mafia was involved." And like all these excuses. I was like, well, the court decided that Wilder should, well, not Wilder personally, but his camp, whatever, should pay, should unfreeze the money that Povetkin was asking for a reason. So the courts know something that we don't. So I mean, I don't know. I want fucking Precise to clarify this situation. Let's see. May 5th, Golovkin against Vanis Martirosyan. I can never pronounce his name. Martirosyan. As you guys know, it's gonna take place at the Stop Hub Center. They're still trying to, come together, create an undercard. They know Chocolatito is gonna be there, and there's some other boxes that, to be honest, I don't really fucking know them. To be honest, I think this card's gonna suck. But listen, it's a last minute thing. What do you expect? The fact that Golovkin is fighting in the Stop Hub, I mean, he shouldn't be fighting at the Stop Hub at this point, I think. I think he's bigger than the Stop Hub. But, I mean, it is what it is. Not his fault. It's Canelo's fucking fault that the fight went down. Or broke down, I should say. But, can you guys hear me okay? I don't know if I'm too close to the mic or if I'm too far. Martirosyan. Thank you, Reversely. Still fucking it up. So guys, am I too fucking loud? Not too loud? And should I get closer to the mic? Good audio. Alright, thanks, Reverse. I will reverse. I'm gonna send you a link if you wanna jump in later. For now. Uh, hold on. Got it. The hoping Broner loses tomorrow. I mean, I don't like Broner, but I think he's good for boxing in the sense that he actually has a fan base. Let's be honest. Whether we like his fan base or not, because they seem to be all these more like gangster rappers and shit. Now he's fighting against Tekashi 69 or 69. I don't know what it's called. But let's be honest, Broner is kind of good for boxing. I mean, he has a fan base. I don't know if he's good or bad, but he has a fan base. A lot of boxers don't have fan bases, so. But I think he's gonna lose as well. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets knocked out, man. By the way, hello, Chris Gonzalez. What time is it in the Philippines, by the way? How the fuck does this work? Alright. So anyways, what we're talking about? We're talking about Broner against Vargas. I think Vargas can knock him out, man. Reversely says Broner is one of the most privileged fighters ever. Listen, this is a good point. Because it's, you know, if you guys, I don't know, you guys saw the press conference where Broner's like talking shit about Leonard Ellerby. And, you know, he's acting like, I don't know, Broner's now acting like, you know, like everyone's against him, the whole system, Showtime or whatever, they're against. He's like the underdog. I mean, I think if I look at the odds, I think he's a slight favorite. And then all the commercials or the ads that I saw on social media, like on Facebook from Showtime Boxing, they all show Broner as like the main, like he's the most important fighter in the card. He's in the main event. Like they're giving him all this attention, so I don't know where he's getting this idea that, you know, he's all of a sudden like everybody's against him and like they're not treating him like they should. I mean, despite all the fucking losses that he's had, they're still treating him like a king. So reversely, I agree with you. I don't know why he's crying, man. I was gonna say something else about Broner. Shit. Oh yeah, Broner said that Vargas always loses when he steps up in competition, or, you know, and it's true though. You look at Jesse Vargas, lost to Bradley, lost to Pacquiao. You know, that Pacquiao fight should have been Vargas's come out fucking party fight. You know, and like when he beats a legend like Pacquiao, and then he goes on to better things, and he actually fucking lost, man. So yeah, it's true what Broner said. Vargas, he loses when he steps up, but so does Broner. Think about it. This guy lost to Jesus Christ, I'm reading the comments here. I'm confused. Broner lost to, also when he stepped up in competition, he lost. He lost against Maidana, then lost to Porter, then lost to Maidana. Mikey Garcia. So actually, you know what? They're in the same fucking situation. I don't know where the loser goes after this, man. Well, they'll be around, but they'll become gatekeepers. And in Broner's case, he'll become a bigger fucking gatekeeper. The Cameron's in the chat. Thanks, man. I had my new mic for. Oh yeah, yeah. Guys, check out Cameron Gillion's video that he did. He did a Hangouts earlier today. He interviewed Martiriosian's brother, and yeah, BDA was there. There was Organizametric was there. It was a good show. So guys, go check it out. I'll put like always, everybody's links will be in the description. So I'll put Cameron Gillion's YouTube channel in the description. So go check his channel out. Let's see. I don't even know why Cameron's not sleeping. What time is it over there, man? It'll be fucking late. I'm confusing all this shit. Bucho hosting BDA of Yeah, BDA is doing some cocaine with a hooker or something. I'm joking. Nah, I don't know where he is, man. KingBucho, bigger than BDA. You know what apology? By the way, apology. I'm gonna send everybody a link. The usual suspects. If you want or can join in, then please do so. No pressure. Just chillaxing Friday show. And I bet a lot of you are fucking high right now because it's 420. Or was 420 in some places. Okay. Yeah, Precise said he should come on later on. I hope he does because, like I said, I want to talk to him about this whole Wilder Povetkin situation. Oh, there he is. Precise the man. He had to do some stuff, take care of some business. Sorry if I chew. I'm eating popcorn. I'll shut the mic when I chew fucking popcorn. I'm fucking hungry. That's what I'm eating right now, man. Fuck. So yeah, I mean, Jesse Vargas, I think he can actually stop Broner. I wouldn't be surprised. But then again, Broner's fucking tough, man. If Maidana couldn't fucking take him out, I don't know if it's gonna be hard for a guy like Vargas. But then again, this isn't the same Broner that fought fucking Maidana. He's not as fresh. I think he's a little bit more on the mental side. I think he's gone a bit more. Let's be honest. Fuck. Oh, recognize in the house. So yeah, I think this is a Broner that maybe physically he's not that he hasn't Jesus Christ, deteriorated that much. But I think that mentally he's fucking breaking down, man. This guy's fucking losing it, man. And maybe this can be a factor, man. Maybe this time around he fucking quits. How about that, man? Oh shit, by the way, we have Precise on the line. Hold on. Where's the fucking intro thing here?
Dependent upon how you interpret the data.
What's up with all the transvestites in Hollywood, though?
Because if you're a postmodernist and you don't have any standards, you're always going to keep moving the goalpost, and you're never going to stick to your own standards because you don't have any standards.
We also have
Reverse Lee.
That people say that's where you go if you want your career to blow up.
California, man. That's
the land of the pedophiles.
First place. Perfect. Oh, we also have Apology. You don't have an intro yet, but soon. Once you get your reputation, established, I'll do an intro for you. What's up, guys? What up? To talk first. I see. No one stepping up. Cameron, are you there? Oh shit! Sorry, I was on mute, man. All right.
It was just silent.
Yeah. What the fuck? Okay, sorry, man.
Let's wait for someone to start off.
I played your intros except Cameron, so I'm gonna play Cameron's intro so everybody can listen to it.
Fuck, mate, it's life, man. You only live once. Make the most of life. Enjoy it. Because everybody's got their weird fetishes, man. And mine just happens to be eating fucking ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what's up?
That's brilliant.
Sorry, I was on mute, Precise, so I was talking, but you guys on the Hangouts couldn't hear me.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. My fault. Drinking some fucking shit. I'm getting fucking high with this. So, what's on your minds? Oh yeah, Precise. Can you please explain to us the whole Wilder Povetkin court deal shit? What happened?
So basically, the guy never technically failed a drug test, right? But Deontay Wilder started accusing him and basically booked it, acting as if he had failed a drug test, which again wasn't the case. So you know, they went to court. Long story short, all the samples, all the blood tests and urine tests that Poviekin was taking with Vara that supposedly said he was guilty were somehow destroyed. So there was basically no evidence. They wanted to retest all those tests because I don't know if you guys remember, Poviekin allegedly tested clean, then tested positive, and then tested clean, which is why they started pushing this whole microdosing theory, and they started using that as evidence that he was clean, and then he started taking meldonium again, when in fact they just didn't do their due diligence, in my opinion, on purpose. And there, when a doctor looked at Poviekin's team, doctor looked at the readouts of the test, not the actual, because they lost the samples, but when they looked at the readouts from the test, he said that there is meldonium in all these tests. You just didn't read them right for some odd reason. So basically, Poviekin, it came out in court, like I've been telling you guys all along, that he never failed any drug test. That even the levels that they found in his urine were 14 times lower than maximum allowable, because meldonium had just recently been banned, and it's a substance that stays in your system for a very long time, blah, blah, blah. So, but Wilder started acting as if, you know, he started calling him a cheater. He ran away from the fight when there was no need to. The fight could have gone on because, you know, again, he wasn't dirty. And he won the case. You know, I know there was a ruling a few months back, maybe even a year ago now, where the biased, prejudiced, anti-Russian American jury basically ruled in favor of Wilder, but the judge refused to release the funds because the ruling was atrocious. Because the judge saw all the evidence, and you know, he wouldn't release the money, so they appealed, blah blah blah, and they won the appeal because again, all the evidence that supported his innocence was there, except Dan Raphael and all the media just lied to you guys over and over and over. They just bullshitted you. So that's basically what happened. But I don't know if I've explained it well enough. So if you have any questions, go ahead.
It was pretty clear. Well, when he tested positive, that was, well, no, when he ingested or whatever, used the drug, whatever, in 2015, right?
I think it was 2016. Yeah, the begin, like in March, I want to say maybe, but when the drug was banned January.
Exactly.
So he still had it in his system.
Yeah, that's what. Anyways, so yeah, I mean,
you know, it's something that they've been taking. All Russian athletes are known to take this stuff, and they've been doing it. You know, the drug's been on the market for about 45 years, so they've all been taking it. They have a, you know, it's like, I don't know, people in, let's say, people in US like to take Excedrin, you know what I mean? They were taking meldonium. So in my opinion, WADA banned it because they knew that all these Russians would have it in their system still from having used it for a very long time, and it's a substance that takes forever to leave your body. So they banned the drug knowing damn well that that was a good way to get the Russians out of the Olympics, basically, and they succeeded in doing that.
Okay, so you're telling us
can I
the
have a
Russian
question?
mafia was
Ask a question. What's happening with the WBC and the rankings? Is Povetkin not one contender now, or he's going to fight Wilder?
Good point.
Wait, say that again. What about the rankings?
Is Povetkin back in mandatory, and does he have to fight Wilder now, or Wilder has to fight him?
It depends on what Povetkin wants to do. Right now, obviously, he's the mandatory for AJ, and I don't know how he feels personally about Deontay Wilder. I'm pretty sure he doesn't like the guy. So, and I don't know what the ranking situation is right now, but if you guys, you know, there was a lot of talk about, well, how the hell did Povetkin get sanctioned so quickly? How did he become a mandatory within the WBA and the WBO? And people were saying corruption, blah, blah, blah. And I was telling you guys, no, it's because he's innocent. And then the information is out there. And if these sanctioning bodies try to screw him over, they're going to be taken to court because the guy is innocent. So, but I don't know what the situation is with the WBC. But if Povetkin is not in the rankings, that's because he doesn't want to be. You know what I mean? The WBC, they can't keep him out, not legally.
Okay, but he should be back in the WBC, no?
Well, but the thing with that is that you have to sign a contract and you have to fight an approved bout. You know what I mean? So you have to, like, when you guys look at rankings of these various sanctioning bodies, and people always say, well, how the hell is it so weird that you have all these unknowns, all these no names in the IBF? Well, that's because people aren't going the IBF route. Sanctioning bodies aren't to go, they're not going to automatically sanction you unless you sign a contract with them. You know, this is a business. It's not like they look for you. No, you have to seek them out, sign a contract, and pay sanctioning fees. So they could, you know, you could fight people that are ranked within their sanctioning body for one of them little trinkets, you know what I mean? And they get to charge you sanctioning fees for all that stuff. So that's why, for example, nobody wants to fight in the IBF. Nobody wants to go the IBF route because the IBF enforces their mandatories like nobody's business. That's why people always bitch about the IBF rankings, but it's the fault of the fighters because they don't want to go the IBF route. And I don't think most boxing fans understand this. It's not the sanctioning body's fault. Like, they would love to have all the best fighters ranked, but it's just that the best fighters do not go that route. What are they supposed to do? Rank them without getting any money? They're never going to do that. It's a business.
All right. I think, yeah. But you're saying, so you're saying the IBF is like the least worst, I guess?
Well, the IBF is the most strict. They will enforce their mandatories like crazy. Like, look at Kell Brook, for example. Look at how Tyson Fury was stripped. Now they're talking about stripping Golovkin. They're very strict and by the book because they had a corruption case in federal court, I believe, in the 80s, and they almost went under because of that. So they had to, you know, shape up their act, at least for the time being. So the reason why a lot of fighters, in my opinion, don't want to go the IBF route is because if you go that route, they're going to make you fight mandatories. So if you have a guy fighting for the IBF, that tells you that he's willing to basically fight anybody more often than not. You know what I mean? He's not afraid of being mandated a fight every 9 months, whoever it may be.
What do you think of the IBF thinking about taking away Golovkin's belt?
They're not going to do that unless they get word from Golovkin's camp that he's fighting Canelo next. Because of him fighting Martirosyan right now, legally, again, I haven't read the contracts, so I don't know. I don't know what their agreement is, but just looking at the rules on their website, they cannot strip him because he's fighting Martirosyan next. If they do strip him, it's because he will let them know that after Martirosyan, he's not fighting his IBF mandatory. But the media are spinning this, and they're trying to make it seem like it's because he's not willing to fight Derevianchenko next. No, they can't strip him for that because he wasn't fighting Derevianchenko next anyway, right? And they gave him a pass. And it was the same thing with Tyson Fury, where people got all into their feelings and said, you know, oh, why are they stripping him right away? They didn't give him a chance. Well, that's because Tyson Fury said that no matter what, he's not fighting, who was it?
Charles Martin. Yeah, because I remember reading that article that right after he beat Klitschko, he was already supposed to fight Charles Martin, but then he signed a rematch contract with Klitschko under the table.
So they knew he wasn't going to be able to fulfill their mandatory obligation in due time. So they just stripped him right away. It wasn't because he fought. It wasn't because he didn't fight Charles Martin right away. It was because he had a fight scheduled with Klitschko, which wouldn't have given him enough time to fulfill the mando in the time that they allow you to. They're very strict, right? They don't give you extensions. It's rarely that they'll give you an extension.
It wasn't. It was actually Glasgow. He was mandated to fight, not Charles.
That's it. Glasgow.
Hold on. Let me just introduce Recognize.
Don't get fooled when they tell you that the crime rate is down in New York. Every time I watch the local news, they're always talking about, well, there was a stabbing here, there was a stabbing there was a shooting there, but the crime is down. Hold on, they're reporting right now on the news that there was a quadruple homicide, but the crime rate's down 50% again. Just had to let you guys know that.
Fucking New York, man.
They recognise,
What's going
man.
on?
It's good to speak to you again, man. I'm fucked, man. I'm in bed, man. I'm gonna fucking fall asleep on this show in a minute, I'll tell you that.
Cameron, I thought you were sleeping by now.
Oh, man, I guarantee I'll be falling asleep. So if you hear me snoring, man, just fucking kick me out of the pool, yeah?
Jesus.
It's nearly
So
2 a.m.
So I heard you guys talking about the whole Povetkin situation and how I guess you know, at least over here in the New York District Court, they decided to go with Povetkin and Ryabinsky, which was kind of something that should have been obvious from the beginning.
No, it's because America loves Russians, bro.
Oh, is that the new theory?
No, it's the Russian
Mafia.
mafia was involved. The Russian mafia
Yeah.
was involved.
Oh, that
And Putin. And Putin as well.
And
They hijacked the jury. Russia hijacked the jury.
It was Putin. So it's like a combination. I can see what it is. So it's a little bit of Putin. It's a little bit of the New York Russian mob over here in Brooklyn.
First Trump, now Povetkin.
And now they promised to leak out naked pictures of Trump if they ruled against Povetkin. I got it.
you figured it all out, man.
Yeah, you see? See how it works?
Yeah, man.
Guess who told me all of that? X.
Oh, good.
Zach.
That's 100% X to you.
Yeah, excuse me, 100% X. But yeah, I mean, look, you know, this is something that I've been interested in from the very beginning. Precise covered it very well from the beginning. Other guys, Maxwell Bear, a couple other guys, Thunderdome, and from the beginning, if people read honestly, right, and read what was what was out there, the evidence that was out there, it should have been obvious that there was something wrong from the beginning. He technically never failed a test. And I think Precise covered this. The reason why he is ranked by a lot of the sanctioning bodies so high and so quickly is because they already knew he never really failed a test. He never, even the whole Osterine thing is a mystery because, and I think Precise covered it, I'm not sure, but you know, he tested positive for this 1 picogram of Osterine in a UCLA lab here in America and tested negative for that, you know, the very same test. It came out negative in a lab, in a WADA accredited lab. In other words, WADA does business with them. And they found nothing.
Hey, I wanted to ask something. So, if the Povetkin Joshua fight goes to purse bid, do you think that there's any chance that Hearn can beat Ryabinsky?
Oh.
Because I'm reading on here that he put up 23 million for the Klitschko fight.
Hell no. Ryabinsky's got too much money.
Yep.
Yeah, from the way I understand it, yeah, I heard he's
good.
I don't know if he's a billionaire.
I'm reading that he has been referred to as a billionaire. Because Thunderdome, I remember he said that he's got millions and just a whole bunch of money in real estate.
Right. I heard the same thing too. And I don't know how deep Eddie Hearn's pockets are, but
they're not
talking
that
about
deep.
A billionaire. Right. Exactly.
And it's not even
Go ahead.
Sorry. It's not even like his own money. He's a shareholder. No. As far as Ryabinsky goes, yes, he's filthy rich, but he actually has even richer backers behind him. He's like a shareholder in some oil or gas, some natural gas company, I believe. Like the state gas, whatever the fuck they're called. I forget the name of it, but yeah, he's a rich guy, but it's like a whole bunch of rich people that are backing him. So it's the kind of money they got is retarded. The only thing is whether or not they believe that they can, in my opinion, that it actually makes sense for them to bring the fight to Russia, because when they brought Klitschko to Russia, they still couldn't afford him any protection, like a fair referee, for example. You know what I mean?
Why was that?
So,
Why was that?
but as far as, well, that's because they're not, they're not connected like that as far as the sanctioning bodies go, as far as the referee. Somebody else got to the referee, right? Klitschko is as powerful as, money's not everything, right? You have to have connections. These guys have money that comes from their business, but Klitschko was a powerhouse in boxing. You know what I mean? So he had connections, and maybe they just respected him more and let him do whatever the fuck he wanted because they hate Russia. I don't know, but just because he wins the purse bid, that doesn't mean that he's gonna pay off the judges or the referee, because hey, maybe he's an honest guy. I don't know.
Good point. Great point.
But as far as Eddie Hearn goes, it's in his best interest to not have this go to purse bid, to make them juicy enough deal where they just take it, basically. You know what I mean? So overpay Povetkin, and Joshua would have to take a huge pay cut. But if it goes to purse bid, then Joshua probably makes more money going to Russia. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. How does it feel to be vindicated?
Well, I knew this. Like I guess it feels good to get confirmation, but I've been telling you guys, like, he didn't fail a drug test, and that was clear. You know what I mean? As far as vindication goes, look, the people that didn't got it before, they're never gonna get it because they're not about the truth. They're about pushing agendas. So it is what it is. You know what I mean?
It could have something to do with the fact that meldonium isn't a PED.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that matters
How
though. As
good?
far
How
as,
good? Yeah.
go ahead, bro.
How good is meldonium? Do you know precise?
From what I've been able to research, it's not a PED. And now, does it give you does it make you a better athlete if, let's say, you have a drinking problem or you have heart problems? Yeah, it's gonna bring you back to normal. Basically, it's medicine. There are some claims out there that it turns you into an Energizer bunny and stuff like that. But come on, if meldonium was that amazing, everybody would be on it. You know what I mean? But they're not. So does it give you a benefit? I mean, ginseng gives you benefit, right? Eating healthy gives you a benefit. Drinking coffee before the fight will give you a benefit. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So it's the line between what's a PED and what isn't a PED isn't very clearly defined, and it's really more political than anything else.
I remember talking to this kid that's he's a Serbian kid, so he knows about a lot. Meldonium is mainly in Eastern Europe, and the Serbian kid who works out, he's a bodybuilder, and he tells me that he uses he uses steroids. And when this first came out, I asked him about meldonium, if he knew anything about it, and he's like, yeah, I know about it. He's like, it's worthless though. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, you better off. He's like, you're better off drinking coffee. It gives you an immediate effect. You can work out better. He's like, I wouldn't waste my time with meldonium. That was his explanation of it. And this was at the time where it first came out, when it first the story broke that Povetkin popped. You know,
And the only reason why they banned it, and this is Wada's own words, is because there is a culture of using it. They basically said, look, everybody's using it, so it must give them a benefit, so we're going to ban it. There are no studies that prove that it actually gives your performance a boost. Zero.
Yeah.
Anybody excited for that Davis Cuellar fight?
Who?
Davis.
That's what I said. Gervonta Davis versus Jesus Cuellar.
Oh God.
I mean, I'll watch.
Should be a decent fight. But he's tailor made for Davis.
I'll watch it to see what
I mean-
Davis is going to do. That's basically it.
Yeah. I've only seen Cuellar fight. Who was it? Mares that he fought?
Yeah, that was his last fight.
Yeah. And he just comes forward and bangs, and Gervonta's gonna love that.
Yeah, if he fights like that, I mean, we already seen him in there with guys like Pedraza. We saw what he could do against that kind of fighter.
What about that Khan versus the Greco?
Yeah. Okay, guys.
Yes.
The odds for Lo Greco knocking out Khan they've gone up to 12-1. Is that a good bet? Should I bet on that? Because
Yeah.
I could cover my
you
bet.
You gotta take Khan to win. And
Yeah,
I think you
exactly.
should be making money on the knockout.
Because listen, there's like Khan wins by decision. It's at 2.75, and Lo Greco wins by stoppage 11-1. So if you put two bets, you can cover your bet. Because okay, unless Khan knocks out Lo Greco, do you guys think that's possible?
No. Just take Khan to win. Period. No matter how, just take him to win.
Yeah, but that's
Versus
not
Lo
allowed.
Greco by knockout.
I don't get anything from that though.
No.
Well, I have to put a lot of money. Let me check. Anyways, guys, keep talking while I check this.
Yeah, it depends on what the odds are, I guess, and I haven't checked, but I would take Khan to win outright, and then just put some money on Lo Greco by knockout, and
Yeah,
But-
but Khan to win by any any way, it's like 1.03. You basically just get your money back.
But yeah, so you're making money if he gets knocked out. Basically, that's the play. If Khan wins, you just break even, right? So whatever you get, put that on the KO. You know what I mean? By Lo Greco. So let's say you're putting 100 on Khan to win outright, and the payout is what, $10, $20?
$30, yeah.
If it makes sense to take those winnings and
Sorry.
put them on Lo Greco by knockout, where it takes you into the positive, then it's a good bet. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but sorry, precise. You put 100 for Khan, you get $3 back.
Oh, it's that bad.
Yeah, it's that bad.
Yeah.
That's why I have to be more specific with Khan winning. I have to go with a decision. Maybe Lo Greco
Yeah.
survives, no?
I think you get
How many
secured.
rounds? Is it a 12-round fight?
Yeah.
I think it's 10.
No, it says 12 here. You can bet on rounds.
Oh,
And what's the weight? 150?
I think it's 140. Is it 147?
It has to be 147.
I
Yeah,
thought
it's
it was
147.
150.
What?
Yeah, catch weight.
Oh man, no, I don't know. Lo Greco hasn't. He's not that big, man.
He really isn't.
He looks in shape though.
Khan doesn't knock people out, man. He stops someone, like he puts a beating on people, and where he'll eventually stop them. So maybe you could take the over versus Khan getting knocked out. Again, I don't know what the odds are, but chances are the fight goes the distance, man. 10
I wouldn't bet
rounds,
on
he's
this
coming
fight.
back. Huh?
I wouldn't bet on this fight. Well, go on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bet on Khan by decision and Lo Greco by stoppage. And if Khan wins by stoppage, then I'm fucked. But like
What's
precisely,
the
I mean, this
over?
guy's been up for a while, man. 2 years, man. And he's not a knockout.
You know, the
out.
Shepherd,
Go ahead.
Shepherd of Sun was saying that Lo Greco said he couldn't make 147.
Yeah, because he's fucking
Really?
lazy. He's fucking lazy.
Yeah,
That's why.
so-
Man. He's like
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or he's lying.
Hey, who knows, man?
Yeah, that too. be one.
He's got to
That's an
edit those
advantage.
YouTube videos.
Gotta invite Stuart.
I
Wouldn't it be
I
to his
I saw that Le Greco, he put out this video, and I didn't watch the video. I just saw the thumbnail, but apparently he brought like a doctor to a restaurant or something, and the doctor said that Pacquiao's shoulder injury was fake.
Who said this shit?
Who said that?
It was like a video Le Greco put up on his channel.
Ah,
Look, he went
What's that?
10 rounds. I know this was a while ago, but he went 10 rounds with Porter. Sorry, I know it's off topic, but
no, yeah, exactly. So this guy's tough.
Why do people think the Pacquiao shoulder injury is fake? I don't understand.
Because they're fucking idiots.
because
It's
they're
clear as
butthurt
day.
because Mayweather got exposed. They're all butthurt about that. They can't stop talking about the fight.
What other fights are
Yeah,
happening?
let's not talk about that shit.
Lermo vs. Lawrence. So looking forward to that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, hold on. Before we get it to that topic, apology. Frampton against Donaire. I was watching Frampton's last fight against Garcia, and people were like, "Oh, he couldn't stop Garcia, whatever." Did you guys see this fight? This guy looked like a welterweight, man. This Mexican guy.
He's a really
And
big guy.
his trainer, who is it? Fucking Chepo Reynoso, man. So, yep. This guy looked like a fucking welterweight, I'm telling you. He looks so big, man.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. So, listen, people who criticize Frampton for not stopping him, I don't know, they should rethink about that. That was fucking huge.
Yeah. But look, going back to Khan, bro, he hasn't knocked anybody out since Molina, who was a lightweight. So is he gonna knock out Le Greco if Porter couldn't?
And he got dropped by
not
Molina.
likely.
Where's the fight taking place? If it's in Britain, you might get early stoppage.
Oh God.
Oh, the ref. The ref is just gonna jump in like fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, it's in Liverpool.
No stoppage.
Stop the
Yeah, you got a
fight.
good
Stop the
point.
Yeah, I can
What
see that
happened?
happening now. Actually, change your bet, BDA, Bucho.
No, I haven't placed it yet. I'm gonna place it tomorrow. 2 bets.
Okay. That's why it's gambling.
He makes the fight
Oh,
more
yeah.
exciting, man. I bet on Parker against Joshua, and he actually made the fight exciting. Because then
Yeah.
after the fight, I realized, wait a minute, this fight sucked.
It did.
I didn't realize at the time because I was like, oh shit.
I don't know, man, but like look, Khan was slept in this last fight. He's been off for 2 years. I don't expect him to look very good, man. Chris Algieri almost beat him. When was the last time you looked?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then Le Greco will come back, and then the referee will probably stop it or pause something.
That's a good point because there's a lot of
Alexander.
money with Khan for Eddie Hearn potentially.
He's trying to build him back up
Al-
to feed him to Brooke or someone else.
You don't think Khan looked good against Canelo?
No, Canelo.
Okay.
People got too excited about that. Canelo was outboxing him. I don't know what the fuck people were watching.
Yeah, the body. You see, Canel's body was turning purple, man.
Yeah, the body shots. Like, come on.
Dude, yeah.
And I know it's-
They don't count body.
Yeah, and I know it's unfair because Canelo just naturally hits harder. And yeah, Khan landed one good right hand and touched him with the jab a couple of times. What did he do? Nothing.
No
Man. He
damage.
was getting beat up.
Yeah. They get too excited by a guy moving and throwing a jab. It's like, oh, he's boxing him. Look at that. He's boxing
I gave him 1 round, man.
I think that's Khan's whole career, really. He just fast hands everyone gets excited and thinks he's doing well.
Yeah. 12 punch combinations. Bam, knockout.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Too bad he has a. Well, I don't know if it's just horrible chin, but Too bad he closes his eyes when he throws punches, man.
It's horrible defense. It's like it's so bad.
You need to correct that immediately, man. You closing your eyes or looking at
Or
the
some
floor. I
good
used to do that all
UK
the
trainers
time.
you can go to.
Sorry, what?
Too late, in my opinion. Too late.
Oh, fuck yeah, man.
Wait, how old is he?
Who's
Is
the
he-
best? Who do you consider the best UK trainer?
Probably Ingle, maybe. Oh, what's that guy who trains Swingy? What's his name? I would say Rob Kraken, but Joshua's not looking too well right now.
McCracken trained Frach also, right?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, Phil LeGrock is from Toronto.
How old is Khan, by the way? He's still young, isn't he? He's like 30 or something.
Yeah, he's got a lot of miles, though.
Yeah.
Those knockouts, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Each knockout like took 2 years away from his career. Like subtract 2 years. Each knockout, man.
Hey, how do you think Khan does against Floyd back when he was the mandatory for Floyd's belt?
I think he would have gotten
Probably
trouble.
would have outworked him.
That's why he didn't want the fight, man. He didn't want a guy with speed. Look at what happened with Sab Judah, man.
Yeah.
You
think Floyd has enough power? Yeah, go on, recognize.
Mayweather would have to fight Khan the way he fought McGregor, and he might have knocked him out by the end of the fight, but he would have gotten outboxed before that.
Yeah. Do you think Mayweather has the power to knock him out?
Fucking come on, Roman Gonzalez has enough power to knock him out.
Oh yeah, what does everybody think about the Roman Gonzalez versus Pedro Guevara fight?
I don't know who the opponent is. Who is he?
He's the former light WBC light flyweight champion.
Has he been looking good lately, or is he old, past it?
His last fight, he lost a majority decision to Kenshiro.
Yeah, but that's a good fighter. And majority decision. That sounds like a strong fight to come back on. Dangerous one.
Yeah, so if I go through his, like, he's never been stopped before. He did knock out Akira Yagashi.
Yeah, well then he's got to be quality. I don't remember ever seeing him fight, but
Split decision to Yukimura. Beat Ganigan Lopez.
That's a good win.
Split decision against John Rio Cashimiro.
so he's a veteran.
Yeah, he's been fighting since 2008. He's got 34 fights to his name.
Crossroads fight for both.
Mm-hmm. He's 5'4", so he'll have an inch on Gonzalez.
Putting it on the screen for people to see. Pedro Guevara.
And he's actually he's 28.
Yeah.
Can he crack?
30 wins, 17 KOs.
Then he probably loses unless Gonzalez is just washed. Because, Gonzalez, the way to beat him is to knock him out. Honestly, because who can outwork him? You know what I mean?
Gonzalez has been some tough fights, man.
Desperate.
Yeah.
Really, it took him miles on him.
He's old for his weight as well, man.
Yeah, and look, he could find bigger guys. Look at Miko Aurora and Ronga Visai.
I thought he beat him in that first fight, man. That was such a shame.
I thought that was a clear win.
Yeah.
And she said was using his head so much, he should have got a point deducted.
He should have been disqualified.
Yeah, probably, but I would like to see him get his ass whooped.
Have you ever seen Rungvisai hurt like Gonzalez had him hurt? I mean, the guy was almost out of there. I've
In
never
the
seen him
sixth round,
beat
if
up
he
like
hadn't,
that.
in the sixth round, he really could have gotten a TKO.
Yeah. If his name was Joshua, he would have.
The UK.
Yeah.
Hey, but if Chocolatito would have won the first fight, there wouldn't have been a second fight, correct?
Nope.
Exactly.
I
No.
thought Estrada again.
Would he have fought
maybe.
Inoue?
Estrada was still saying he wanted $1 million.
What about
Okay,
Nue?
okay.
Nue probably would have fought him for big money.
Maybe Inoue would have fucking killed him.
I don't know about Nue, man. His defense is so open.
Yeah, but he's big and strong, and Gonzalez comes forward. You know what I mean?
And
Yeah.
at that time, he would have had the speed advantage as well.
Yeah, because Rosales has enough power to like hurt you, not like knock you out cold, but hurt you.
At flyweight, that was a fight to make at flyweight, because Inoue would have been depleted just enough to make it more fair. But they didn't want that fight at flyweight, and they knew why, because he wasn't at 100% down there.
And Inoue, I actually researched that. When Inoue, around that time where Inoue couldn't make 108 anymore, he was only 20 years old, and he had 7 fights.
Yeah.
So it would have been a foolish career decision for them to send him in there with a 40 and something Roman Gonzalez.
But you could say the same about Gonzalez fighting him at super flyweight or anywhere above that. You know what I mean? That's foolish too.
Well, I mean, if he's a world champion, he should fight other champions, right? Doesn't matter if he has 8 fights.
True.
Yeah.
Well, then again,
I mean,
go ahead.
I like the way I look at that stuff is, look, I don't cry and complain. I don't like call for these fights necessarily. Yeah, I'd like to see them, but I don't criticize fighters for not fighting certain fights necessarily. The thing that's more important to me is I look at who they did fight and I give them credit for that. You know what I mean? Like sitting there and saying, well, whose fault it doesn't make sense. Just if he fought a good fighter, give him credit for that. If he fought a scrub, then that's how much credit he deserves. You know, like just because he didn't fight somebody, that's just useless talking about that stuff. You know what I mean?
But besides, doesn't that ruin someone's legacy? I mean, look at Triple G and the amount of people he ducked him. He could have some good names on his record.
No, I understand that. But it's like, you know, it is what it is. We can't give Golovkin credit for beating these guys, even though they outright basically admitted that he would have beaten them. The fights didn't happen, so he doesn't get credit. So we just got to look at the guys he fought. But yeah, it's a what if kind of situation. But what can you do? You know, that's all I'm saying.
So in the fight that's getting looked at, if Roman Gonzalez looks good and prevails properly on May, they're talking about him versus Nietes for the WBO 115 belt.
That's a great fight.
Yeah. Well, is it happening in America? Because I like to see Don Benitez finally get some shine light. You guys get what I'm saying? Doesn't make a lot of sense.
He
Reverse
already.
Lee, what do you think about if Nietes would have fought Donnie Nietes would have fought Roman Gonzalez at flyweight? What do you think about that fight?
If he fought like the Roman Gonzalez that fought Valoria,
right?
I think he would have been outworked and lost.
You think Roman Gonzalez would have outworked him, or the other way around?
He would have definitely outworked Roman Gonzalez. I mean, he would have definitely outworked Nietes. He hits way
likes
harder
to take
than
his
him.
time. Yeah, and he likes to take his time and counterpunch a lot. And a fighter that comes right at you and throws a ton of combinations, he would have never given him the opportunity to think. You know what I mean? I think he would have beaten him back then. Now it's a good fight now.
Yeah, Nietes doesn't necessarily have the best of stamina towards the end of the fight. He does tend to fade a little bit towards the last 3 rounds.
He's older too, you know.
Yeah, he actually is. What is he, like 33?
Yeah, he's up there.
Well, better late than never, I guess.
But I expect him to be stronger at Superfly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's about the same size if I'm not mistaken, right? 5'4",
Yeah, they're the
5'3".
same. They're the same height, 5'3".
Yeah, so they're about the same size. Both came up in weight, so should be a good fight, man. I hope it happens.
Mm-hmm. So apparently, Tevin Farmer, he's gonna be fighting Billy Dibb for the IBF super featherweight belt.
Why is that guy still around?
Yeah.
You mean the bootleg
Billy
DeMarcus
Dibb.
Corley or Billy Dibb?
Billy Dibb.
I don't know.
Both.
The only fight I saw of him is when he got slept by Miura.
I forget what fight it was, but I was watching him, but he lost. It was to that Australian guy, I think. Oh, what was his name? I think he fought shit. I can't remember it right now. Anyway, he didn't look good. He didn't look good.
What else is there to talk about here?
What about Bronner's punk ass at the press conference? What the hell's wrong with that guy, man?
Yeah, like I said, like
Why-
listen, this guy's
Midlife crisis.
he's playing the victim. Like everyone's against Broner. It's like last time I checked, Showtime's giving him all this fucking attention, and he's fighting.
Isn't he
as-
biting the hand that feeds though? Isn't he biting the hand that feeds? I mean, you
Oh,
let
well,
me know.
this guy doesn't
It's,
think
it's
that
like
way.
a starving African child
Jesus Christ.
biting the people that have come there to help them.
I think he realized his value now. He's never going to be a top guy again. They're going to feed him to
He
the
never
young
was,
lions.
really.
Yeah, but they tried to push him.
He
They're
believed
going
it.
to feed him now to young lions, to
He
people who are actually good.
Yeah, I think they know what they're trying to do with Broner. Eventually set him up with Spence and get knocked out. He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
I think he finally realized that he's not gonna be that good.
No. Maybe they'll just sell him to Bob Arum and Arum will feed him to Crawford.
Oh, I could see that happen.
Because I've seen videos for like the LDBC that Heyman doesn't like Bruno at all.
He doesn't like Sean Porter.
He doesn't like anybody.
Yeah. But that's a different reason. Like, he does like Bruno because he's lazy, basically.
But like, if I'm being
All his
honest,
fighters are lazy.
looking at the odds, and now it's basically a 50-50 fight with Bronner being this favor in the slightest, which still blows my mind how Jesse Vargas isn't the favorite. Looking at that and the fact that Bronner still has a lot of fans and he is the moneymaker. He's basically the headliner for this fight. What is he complaining about is my question. It's like he knows he's going to lose this fight because he isn't good enough, even though I believe the PBC are pulling for him, and if there's a robbery, you know, he's going to get the decision. So it just seems like he's fucking himself over, because maybe now they'll just be like, forget you, man. You just insulted Mr. Muscles over there. So
Well,
you know
listen,
what I mean?
if he wins, we could get one of the biggest fights we've always wanted. Pac-Man versus AB about billions.
Oh God.
I could see that. I could see it happening in
Hope he
some
gets rushed
country.
by
Like,
Tekashi 6ix9ine and his boys.
what was that?
I hope he gets rushed by Tekashi 6ix9ine and his little goon.
Oh man,
Oh, I'm just kidding. I didn't mean that.
I think you do.
I just want to hear the kid get in
Yeah,
the
go on.
ring and start arguing with him. I hope that happens.
How long does Bruno survive against Pacquiao?
Well, let's see how
8
Pacquiao
rounds.
does against Matisse.
I say
I mean,
Aldo
Bruno's
give him-
chin's
Reverse,
I
can
think
you mute your
Broner
mic?
quits.
I hear fucking people talking.
I think it goes the distance, but he takes a beating and gets knocked down 2 or 3 times. But I think he goes the distance.
Yeah, because Brenner's got a good chin.
Yeah.
Pacquiao that fought Horn.
Horn.
Well, I say that Pacquiao stops Adrian Broner.
Maybe.
See, I don't know. Broner has a fucking chin.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he knocks him out cold. I just think he quits.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
You know, I don't think he'll stop him. Like, you know, like not. Now, if you talk,
Yeah, that's what I said. I think what he'll do is he'll just get busted up, and then he'll use the excuse of, well, it's Manny Pacquiao, and he'll quit.
Or try to find some way out, like Judah did versus Khan.
Like who did?
Judah versus Khan.
Oh yeah, he got hit with a body shot, and they said it was low.
Yeah, I think Brenner will do something like that.
Yeah, I remember that when he hit him like right above the belt line. He said, "Oh, hit me low."
I mean, that's what Bernard Hopkins used to do to keep fights competitive.
Yeah. I thought Zab Judah when he hit Floyd low in that 10th round, I thought he was about to go. That's why he did it. Now, don't get me wrong, Floyd was doing little roughhouse, dirty shit in that fight too, but I thought that was Judah's way of saying, you know what, he's about to stop me. I'm not letting that happen.
Isn't that what Miguel Cotto did to Zab Judah too? He was on the verge of getting knocked out. He started low blowing him to get rest.
And Corley too, I think.
I have not seen that fight.
Oh, when Corley, you talking about Precise? You talking about Corley versus Cotto?
Yeah, but Corley, I think, if I remember correctly, hurt Cotto, and Cotto went low.
He caught him in an exchange, and I know what you're talking about, and he did. I don't know if he was like about to go, but he was buzzed. He was.
It's a wonder how Cotto never got knocked out before he fought Pacquiao, right?
Because he could hit.
What's the Colombian guy almost knocked his ass out?
Yeah, I've seen that. He got dropped like 3-4 times in that fight.
Torres. Yeah.
Stu's getting into a theological debate with Michael, man.
I saw that.
Stu, are you gonna come in or what? Anyways. What were we talking about? Broner getting knocked out?
Bronner's bum ass.
Oh my god.
I mean, the guy's off the rails, man. I just can't put any faith in the guy really even preparing for the fight. You know what I mean? He's got... Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Broner's a bum. He won't train. But did you hear that Mikey Garcia, he ducked Ivan Baranchyk?
No, he did?
Yeah, I was reading like this article, and it said he notified that he's told the press that he would be keeping the 140-pound belt. But when the IBF notified him that he would have to face mandatory challenger Ivan Baranchyk, he had second thoughts.
Oh, too tough of a fight, you know what I mean? But he's gonna fight Spence. Give me a break.
That would be such a cherry pick.
What the fuck is Garcia doing, man? These guys.
He's just fighting for the money. He did duck Jorge Linares.
Just an interview.
I don't think he's gonna fight Lomachenko, man. If I'm being honest.
No.
I don't think that fight's gonna happen.
You mean Linares versus Lomachenko?
No. Mikey. If Loma wins.
Oh.
Or should I say when Loma wins?
What if Loma struggles against Linares? Maybe then he'll grow some balls.
Maybe. I don't think he will, though.
Yeah. The only way he struggles against him is if Linares, because the way you beat Lomachenko, you have to push and push and push and push constantly. Now, what people try to do is they try to set the pace. When you can't do that. What you have to do is just not let the pace get set by anybody. You have to just push on him from round one.
Yeah, when he ambushes you and starts to back out of there, go right after him. Don't give him any room.
And as soon as he starts showboating, you gotta hit him right as soon as he does it.
Yeah, but he's just gonna step off the line, and you gotta have crazy feet to keep up with this dude, man.
You just gotta keep out of your range. Lars has a longer reach, so it's keeping the end of the 1-2.
It's not gonna happen because of the lateral movement. Like, you know, Linares is gonna find himself like when he throws the right hand, he's gonna find himself trying to curve that right hand because Lomachenko is gonna be moving to his right, Lomachenko's right, and that the right hand's not gonna be there. You know what I mean? So easier said than done, basically.
Well, do you guys watch UFC by any chance?
Yeah, I played the game 2 times today.
You see, Conor McGregor, he likes to throw his rear hand across him. So if Lomachenko steps to his left, Linares should throw his hand across instead of straight to
But is
catch
he
him.
gonna do that?
Well,
You could
probably
do that,
not,
but that
that's
robs
the
you of your
most.
power. That takes your power away,
Yeah,
though. From
the scoring, I guess, is better than nothing.
And doesn't that kind of put your face farther out there?
yeah,
I mean, you have to take a risk against Loma.
he's got to position him with the left hook and then hit him with the right hand, right? Feint with the left, or try to hit him with the left hook and then
Yeah, what
drop
he
the
would
right.
need to do is do what Golovkin does. I've seen Golovkin do this. What he'll do is to lower you into one specific punch. He'll just throw like the same 2-punch combination several times in a row. So maybe he'll just do like one and throw like jab, right hook. And then when you try to dodge the right hook again, he'll throw like a left uppercut.
Yeah, the problem with Loma is that he doesn't repeat the same thing. He just every single time he approaches you, he changes it up just a little bit. You know, and if you catch him making a mistake, he will never make that mistake for the rest of the fight. Like
Definitely.
I've rewatched his fights looking for him to make the same mistake after like somebody catches him, and he just doesn't do it.
Yeah,
And
we have to
also,
remember this is the guy who turned a guy who was held as one of the fastest punchers in boxing into just a brawler looking for one big hook.
oh God, talking about Rigo.
I'm talking about Russell Jr.
Okay, cool. Another thing about Lomachenko, like he'll purposely like set traps, like lower his hand, and when he throws towards his chin, he'll meet you and beat you to the punch.
Yeah, I was actually watching Ricardo Lopez the other day, or
Yeah,
like a while ago. He actually does a lot of the same stuff that Lomachenko does. So he'll actually do that thing where he kind of leans to the side to look for the uppercut. And he'll also do the thing where he'll like tap you with the shots a little bit and then throw one big hard shot.
yeah. Loma loves to do that. That tap, bam.
Vitali, if you guys watch Vitali Klitschko and then watch Lomachenko, you'll see a lot of similarities.
But Vitali's just a stiff Eastern European perforated bomb.
Yeah, right.
I can
That's how
beat
I've been
Vitaly
told.
Klitschko.
I've been told that by the mainstream. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does
Well,
have
the
some-
mainstream, yeah, in the US.
He's nothing compared to the great Windmill Wilder.
No, he's not at all.
You know, there's actually a video where like a guy just shows highlights of Wilder's windmill knockouts, and he has the song "Windmill in Our Minds" playing to it.
pretty good.
Most of his knockouts are not even legal, man. It's so ugly.
The Ortiz
Behind the
one was
heads and
disgusting.
pushes.
Ortiz.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I
obvious.
was watching. I'm sorry, go ahead, I apologize, man.
Yeah, I'm saying he uses a side of glove.
Yeah, he actually hit you in the back of the head with his wrist, so it'll be 2001.
Dude, you know, Notorious Boxing put up a video, and there's an interesting part of that video, right? He shows where Wilder's catching him with his wrist or rabbit punching. You got to see, there's a certain, I think it's like 38 seconds in that video. Go to 38 seconds when he hits Ortiz. Pay attention to Ortiz's eyes and what happens. He's out from like a wrist shot.
To the back
Yeah,
of the head.
I've
Yeah.
seen
sorry.
both of those videos. He does like a punch count video, and then he did it where he liquidated the illegal punches part.
I need to introduce Stu.
I wasn't bad
I
though.
told you what's going to happen to Price. I told you he's going to be sleeping. I told you the ambulance is going to come. The oxygen mask is going to come out. I told you he's going to miss the main event. I told you all them things were going to happen. What's happening, boys?
What up?
What up? What
What's
up?
happening?
What's up, Stu?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just
You got
enjoying
your money on
trolling.
Khan? Yeah.
Just enjoying trolling. I'm just enjoying trolling Michael in the chat. It makes a change from him trolling me. So I just give him a bit of his own medicine.
We see you.
Yeah, I mean, you got to give it back, son. You got to give. Usually, I'm in the chat. I don't get to see the comment section because my internet's so poor. I can't have two things on at once, so I don't get to see the comments. So it's just nice to go in the chat and give Michael a bit of his own medicine. But yeah, I mean, good night. I mean, I'm surprised you guys are doing this show. I'm very disappointed that the second Renaissance podcast got deleted. Snakes in the fucking video down because I got upset. I got a feeling I know who it is.
What happened?
And we'll leave it
I don't understand what happened.
I don't know. They
Again,
took
bro?
down the video or some ghost. Paranormal.
Shut it down.
Yeah, what happened with that?
So Stu texts me in the morning, and he's like, "Where's the video?" I'm like, "I don't know." Then I checked, and the video is no longer there. We didn't get any messages from YouTube, any notifications. And then when I clicked on a link and I went to the video, it said like video taken down by the owner, but I didn't take it down. And then
Yeah,
I
but
texted.
I know a guy that actually does videos himself, and he had a video taken down, and he said exactly the same thing. He said that the video said that it was taken down by the user, but he didn't take it down. So this is a common thing now, silencing free speech. We've seen it clearly now. I mean, what did we talk about that was going to upset anyone? Demons? I mean, what did we talk about?
Yeah, I was trying to
When you say
remember
the
what we
word-
talked about.
When you say the word demon, they think you're talking about feminists.
Oh, that.
Wait, we did
Ah.
did mention the
Well, they
elite.
ain't wrong, are they?
Yep.
They ain't wrong. I mean, like I said, it's funny that we was talking about on the second Renaissance the other day about women giving it the Larry Large, you know, invite you around the house.
Oh,
Nothing's going to happen nothing's going to happen tonight. You know, behave yourself. Same thing happened to me tonight. Pulled a bird, went round her house. Nothing's going to happen tonight. Behave yourself. 20 minutes later, bent over the cooker. Job done.
Jeez.
There was this girl in my class, and she was telling a story how like a dude she was with pulled out his dingaling, and like she went down and she put her head down close to it, and then she just kissed it and left the room.
Oh, man, I killed it.
I would get the scarf out right then and there.
The scarf would have been coming out, going around her neck, and it'd have been a Chris Benoit.
Oh.
Get down there and eat my ass. Get down there and eat my ass.
Have you guys ever seen that porn meme when there's like one guy? We're gonna get a little graphic here. There's one guy like sitting really low on the couch. His head is basically on the cushions, and he's eating a girl out. She's like on top of the couch. He's eating her out, and another guy is hitting it from the back. And then the guy that's up top, he pulls out and he nuts all over the dude's face.
Oh.
And that dude has like he's got like the worst expression. He just like pushes the girl.
Too
He
bad.
pushes the girl off of him, and he's like, ah!
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, listen.
Oh,
Hey, I'm not sharing no. I'm not sharing
Stu, stay,
no woman with a mate. No woman.
say
You
again,
think I've
Stu.
done all that hard work for some fucking maggot to slime in beside me? You're having a laugh at me.
it's just a movie, bro. It's just a movie.
I do. Hey, I do not want to see another man's cup when I was about to get into action. It's just not gonna. It's not doing anything for me. I
It's
don't
like
want to see it.
it's like Dave Chappelle once said. It's like Dave Chappelle once said. My fantasies are limited to one penis.
Yeah.
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 you're playing with fire,
Exactly.
man. What the fuck are you doing, two guys? I don't know. I find that like you're just playing with fire. Dicks are gonna touch, man. Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I bet you never
There you go.
expected to get shot in the
Give me
face.
Fuck, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but any girl that lets you do any girl that lets you do a sandwich on them, she's not the sort of girl that you want to take back to your mother, is she? Let's be real.
No,
Of course.
No, she's cute.
ugh. I remember this guy. It's like,
I just
oh
found
yeah,
this
let's
out.
fuck
The
this- Go ahead.
P.
What was that?
Sorry, can you not hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Like,
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you guys know what DAP is? I just found this out the other day. It's like when two guys put their dick in one girl's ass. So like the dicks literally
Oh,
touch my
man,
face.
yeah.
Fuck, probably.
God.
That's illegal in Canada.
Wait, but
in
at
porn.
that point, you're basically scraping them together because you're taking something that barely fits into one space,
Hey.
and then you're doubling it.
there's a girl in our hometown, right? She got called out on Facebook. She got terrorized because she was in a nightclub, looking nice and smooth, all makeup up, nice dress, and her bowels give way on her. And she shit herself in the club, right?
Ah,
Dribbling down her fucking leg and everything, right? Shit dribbling down her leg, all over her fucking white dress.
Oh, my
oh, that
You
happened
know
at a
that
strip
does.
club.
The bowels gave way on her.
Is that where the phrase "party pooper" comes from?
I don't know. All I know is, mate, 1 minute she's sitting there dancing away, next minute fucking shit spraying everywhere. I mean, them girls there, they took a few at the bum. You know they have.
Yeah, it does loosen your ass, apparently.
Dude, I had a girl come sit on my lap at the club one time, and she farted on me. It's like I was fucking disgusted.
Wow.
It's like, get the hell off me! Are you crazy? She was like nuts. She just came up to me, sat on my lap, and farted.
There's a certain bass frequency.
I remember I went to this party, yeah? I went to this party, and we're sitting there, and there's a few nice girls there, and sat on my lap, and it started talking to me. And she didn't just fart on my lap, she did a fucking camel fart. It was like 30 seconds long. Hey, I tell you what, the
My
fucking
butt.
fart massage my thigh. Hey, it was like a massage on my thigh. It just fucking rumbled through my
Oh God!
I said to
I know
her,
what you're
you
talking
just
about,
farted
though.
on me. I just said to her, you've just farted on my leg. She goes, I know. Started laughing. I went, you dirty.
Could have been worse.
Cunt. Get off.
Get up.
One slept on.
I asked her. I asked this girl. I said, "Why would you fart on my leg?" She said, "Oh, I thought you might have liked that." I'm like, no.
What the
kind of guy?
Oh, man.
What kind of men you go to and you barely know them? You sit on their lap and you fart on them and you think that they might like that shit. Get out of here.
See, the thing is, right? You have to be strict with these girls. When you meet them, there's a no fart policy in my game, right? I mean, the girl I've got, the woman I've got a daughter with, the 21-year-old daughter, right? She's fucking. She's nice, but she never farted in front of me. But like one time, she let one go. You know when you just can't hold it and it just pops out of nowhere, right? She let one go, and I laughed it off, innit? And she that was the go ahead for her to just let rip every time. After that, every fucking 30 seconds, I was getting farts. I was like, listen here, you taking a bit. You know, you got to stick by your guns. No fighting policy with me. I mean, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Before you know it, they're shitting on your chest like John Gonzalez. Do you know what I mean? I don't need that.
Oh man.
Right, precise. What was you gonna say before?
Say what?
You're gonna say something before this. You told the story.
Oh, I forgot.
No, I just don't understand how. Going back to Stu, you know, I guess apparently girls do this shit. I don't know, man. But it was just weird. I asked her, I said, listen, what would make you think that I like that? Because she actually said, oh, I thought that you would, you know, might find it cute. I'm like, I don't even know you. Sitting on my lap. Which I was okay
The thing
with.
is, what? It's gonna get horny by smelling shit. You know what I mean?
You'd be surprised, bro.
Yep.
You'd be surprised.
Yo, you know something? Going back to Precise, what Precise just said, you'd be surprised. Well, obviously, the girl that did that was pretty cute, and she had a nice, you know, nice ass and all that.
Nice pooper.
And,
Yeah.
exactly.
This girl tonight was this girl was all tonight that I was with, all prim and proper she was. But it don't take long before the nasty side comes out. The dirty, nasty side comes out.
They say the
take-
freaks come out at night.
Yeah, they do, bro. Fucking the full moon was out, mate. The full moon was out.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. I just remembered. Back in the 60s or the 70s, they figured out that a certain frequency, if like played through the speakers, for example, can make some or most people lose their bowels. So,
Man.
yeah.
I thought that was just a myth.
Maybe it is. I don't remember where I heard this, but I clearly remember this.
Experience.
That they had to be careful when putting speakers on the market that didn't make people poop themselves. It makes sense because if like whatever, if they can find a frequency that like tickles your sphincter just the right way, you could just let shit loose.
Oh, man.
That's what happened to us.
You know what?
Like
Apology,
Tesla
man.
had an earthquake machine that fit in a suitcase, right? Like he could attach it to a bridge, and it sent out a certain frequency, and over time, the frequency just like made it would collapse the bridge basically in like an hour, and it fit in the suitcase.
Hey, Cameron, you there?
I think he passed out.
I think me and Cameron did a Google
BDA.
Hangout. Yeah, and BDA, and I'm surprised he's still out.
BDA, you playing the video? I can hear myself.
What?
Apology, man.
I do.
Apology, man. I got a question for you. Okay.
Yeah.
I know you get disappointed very fast, and you have when it comes to hygiene, you're very strict with that, and I get it to a certain point. So let's say you're tapping a young lady, you got a doggy style, and she does a little queef. Do you get turned off and you stop, or you keep going? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I didn't hear that.
Do one
Can
of
you
those?
repeat that, Rick? Recognize? Can you repeat that, bro? 'Cause it cut out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can hear you now, bro.
It depends.
Can you repeat what you said?
If it doesn't
Recognize?
smell,
Okay. No, I was gonna say. Ready?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is for apology. So when he's with a girl, he's got a doggy style. You going in, and she lets one of those pussy farts out.
Mm.
Do you stop, or you keep going?
It's one of them ones, isn't it? My brother dumped a bird. My brother, right? My brother, he pulls better birds than I do. He's a fucking good-looking guy, and he pulls nice birds. And then my brother dumped a bird because he was banging her from behind, and she did a fanny fart, and he dumped her. I mean, I'd be like, nah, man.
What do you call it?
That.
A fanny fart.
A fanny fart. Fanny fart.
Yeah, queef, fanny fart. If it doesn't smell, I'll continue. But if it stinks, I'm out there.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you hear one of them, if you hear one of them, then you know you're doing the business. You know, if it starts farting, then you know you're doing the business. When it's dry and she's sitting there fucking reading a book while you're doing it, then you've got problems. Do you know what I mean?
No shit.
Who's out here doing a drive?
What if she looked something like, you know, Beyonce in her prime, like that kind of look? Even if it stunk a little bit, would you stop?
Hey, mate, if it's
Yes,
Beyonce, if it's Beyonce,
if she's doing it once,
I'd sit there.
do it again.
I think
If it's Beyonce now,
I
I
think
stopped. I don't blame you. But if it's Beyonce when she was freaking 19, 21, I'm not stopping.
I'll still stop. I'll tell her not to do that again. I'll lay the law. I'll stop.
Beyonce,
I thought Stu said Deontay.
Nah, Beyonce, that fucking. What's the difference? Beyonce, fucking.
Don't get.
I mean,
don't get.
If Beyonce
imagine-
was in my
upset.
bedroom,
Imagine you're fucking
If Beyonce was
Deontay,
in my
and then he does the windmill.
I think
What do you do?
I'd give it a pass. I think Beyonce could do what she liked in my bedroom, as long as she ain't fucking shitting on my bed sheets. She's all go for me.
Wait, so does that mean you're open to pee?
Whoa.
Huh?
Where did that come from? He said pee, I think.
Ah,
I'd open to pissing on me?
No.
Yeah.
Damn, fucking pissing on me. You think I'm gonna let anyone piss on me, man?
You ever seen that R. Kelly Dave Chappelle skit?
Well, R. Kelly, I mean, R. Kelly makes fucking he makes Kelly Maloney look like Donald Trump, doesn't he? I mean, he's hardly the alpha male around here, is he?
I want
Do you
to
know what I mean?
pee on
So-
you. Drip, drip, drip.
R. Kelly is a paedophile. R. Kelly is a paedophile.
oh really? I didn't know that.
He is.
I know, man.
You didn't know R. Kelly? Hey, he married Alicia when what was it, the singer? Was it Alicia? I think her name is.
Aaliyah. Yeah, he married her when she was
married.
15. Yeah. What
Yeah.
state did he marry her in that you could marry a 15-year-old girl? I want to know what state is that.
Well, let's be real. I mean,
Why?
California.
she was a top. She was.
Probably.
She well.
No surprise.
The thing is,
Because he's from Chicago.
the thing is in that
Kelly.
industry,
But I don't know if the state of Illinois allows you to get married at 15.
I think they went to some fucking way to get married. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they probably did it in some other country.
Yeah, they did. That's some fucking weirdo place in the south or something. You know what I mean? Arkansas or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the South you could get married. Certain parts of the South you could still get married at 15 or 14. Even.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Boxing Style says, Stu, it's a golden shower. You'll be rich.
Oh, God.
Where's Chris Gonzalez today? You know,
He's
Chris
not
Gonzalez, the Filipino she-boy. Where's he today? Fucking giving me shit, you know?
Yeah, he sent me a
Pop Tart
comment.
Gun says, X chews foreskins like bubblegum.
Oh, God. Oh.
Oh, dear, man.
Oh,
God, dear.
man. I know that pissed X off, man. Oh, man.
Hey, I mean, I was
going at
watching
you.
the show. Fuck's sake, that Chris Gonzalez, man, that guy don't give me a second. That guy is on me, man. He calls me everything. And then I thought, I'm going to have a look at this guy. And when I see him, he looked like one of the leading band members of a K-pop group. You know, fucking...
He sent
You
me
know,
a
I
message.
just thought...
He said,
Yeah, he's always giving me shit, this Chris Gonzalez. But the thing is, I don't mind it because it's banter. It's banter. I don't mind a bit of banter. It's when someone fucking runs me down, slags me off, and calls me
yeah,
names.
he's joking around.
No names. No names.
Let's not go there.
Michael, stop.
Well, he
Let's
says,
not go there, Stu.
fucking
Huh?
precise. He says he brings up porn and everybody turns into barbarians. So he's blaming Precise for turning us
But we're
into
men,
barbarians.
sir.
Because Precise mentioned porn, apparently. And then we all got crazy.
Yeah, because I'm the only one who watches it. Okay.
Hey, I can't watch porn. Hey, I can't watch porn on my internet.
Oh.
For some reason, there's a block on it. There's a block on it, right? I can't.
You gotta get
I
out.
can't.
Get out of the
You're
UK.
censoring
I
your
can't
life.
watch porn. The do is it blocks it, right? But I'm too embarrassed to ring him up and say, "Excuse me, can you unblock the porn?"
Oh, man.
Just call it erotica.
Wow, they blocked it. What the fuck?
It's like when you steal something and you lose it, but you can't ask anybody if they've seen it.
Stu has a court-ordered block on his phone.
I mean, so
What are you paying for? Shady internet and no porn?
I don't know why it's got a ban on it. One night. I was doing some shit. I'll put some porn on. I want to put it on. Sorry. Sign in and prove your age and all that. I said, what the fuck? I had to go on YouTube to try and find a bit, and all I got was some guy
You're
banging
not
a
gonna
bird in an alley or something. No. I don't know why, man. I'm too embarrassed to ring up. I'm too embarrassed to ring up and say, excuse me. You know, it's not one of them.
Are you okay?
Especially if you get a female online, isn't it? Excuse me, love. Do you mind unblocking the porn on the internet, please?
Oh God, Stu, you're killing me. Stop.
Yeah. I'm on one, innit, boys? I'm on one. I do apologise.
Nah, I know what you're talking about. I used to hate to have to call in the cable company. I'm like, damn, did I freaking block myself from watching Playboy or something?
What you should do What you should do is you should really do that and be as vulgar as possible as you can, and then upload it to YouTube.
Genius.
Well, I had a friend who worked the cable company or something like that. So people would call, there was this, usually he says oh yeah, always there was a wife who was calling in and he's like, I didn't order 2 cocks into an ass or some shit. All these crazy fucking movie titles, pornos. And then my friend was like, yep, somebody ordered this. And she's like, no, I didn't do it. And then she finally realized, oh, it was my fucking husband. I don't think I explained it properly. Basically, the wife was...
I have to sell. I have to settle for. But I have to settle for. I want any porn. I have to settle for some fat bitch wiggling her ass on camera with a phone in her hand. I mean, you know, it just is what it is. It is what it is, man. You know, like I said, it's a good thing in a way because it keeps all the nasty shit off my internet. But sometimes we want to get nasty and dirty, but when you go on my internet, mate, you'd be lucky to get. I mean, I went to see a fight the other day, and I got blocked. All I wanted to see was some guy get knocked out, and I got blocked. They said, "Oh, it's 18 and plus, a bit violent for your internet." You know what I mean? I'm like, what
okay,
the
so
fuck
call
is
them.
this?
It's not bad. You don't have to mention that you want to unblock it
Too
because
violent
you
for
want to
you,
watch
Stu.
porn.
You're not old enough. You're not mature enough.
Oh,
I don't
by
know
the
why
way,
they put the block on though, bro. I never asked for it. I didn't. Who in their right mind says, "Oh, by the way, can I have internet? But can you block the porn and all the violence, please?" No one does that.
Stu, there's a question from Chris Gonzalez. He says, ask Stu if he's the fake taxi guy. Are you the fake taxi guy?
What does that mean?
I know.
Listen, the thing is, right? I know what he means. I know what he means. But the thing is, right? When I picked his missus up, mate, I took her home free of charge. She paid me in kind.
You do sound like him, though.
Oh God.
He's on about me. We get a lot of fake taxi drivers that don't have a license that sit outside clubs and take girls home and shit like that.
Chris
Next
wants-
minute, they're taking them to a back alley and fucking bashing their back doors in, sort of thing. That's what he's talking about.
Stu says,
That's
oh
what
wait. Chris Gonzalez says Stu has a Nickelodeon. Stu has a Nickelodeon phone plan.
Oh God, man.
Like feeds for 8-year-olds or something.
I don't mind Chris bashing me because Chris is a funny guy. Yeah, I don't mind him bashing me.
Oh God, man. Stu.
All right. I see your life is a mess. No porn.
Yeah, that fake taxi porn series is pretty interesting. I like watching it.
Pretty clever.
Yeah, I don't even watch the actual sex. I just watch the story. when the sex comes on, I go to the next one.
Hey, to be fair, I wish I could watch Fake Taxi, but I can't get on the site, man.
You can read the transcript. The fuck is that?
That was weird. What the hell?
What was that, man? A ghost?
I don't know. Wherever that happened,
I think someone just pissed on Precise. I think someone just pissed on
Okay, come on.
Precise's chest, didn't they?
Like,
Fucking hours.
I think that's Precise, man.
You know what the Ukraine is? It's a sitting duck.
alright. Everything's working. Everyone's okay.
Yeah. I was
That's
just
the
cooking
sound
some
of-
chicken.
That's the sound of someone in the UK coming after they haven't had their porn unlocked for 6 months.
Going insane. Are you losing it?
Stu, just call him up and say, my buddy told me about this really funny meme, and then go describe it, and, you know,
Yeah.
that'll go over easy.
I've got to find some way to do. I've got to deal with this, but I don't want to embarrass myself. I might have to get my mate to do it. You know what I mean? Give him a 10 and fucking ring him up and do it. Yeah.
What type of porn do you guys watch?
Okay, no. What is this?
None of your
What's
business, dude.
Yeah.
No comment.
No.
No comment. No comment. No comment. No comment.
I remember
No
when I lived.
comment.
I remember.
No
I
comment.
remember when I lived
No
with my
comment.
uncle. Innit? I lived with my uncle. I was sharing a house with him when I was younger, and I came back one night. Right. I walked in the living room, and he's like fucking. He's playing around with his trousers, like pushing his cock back in, sort of thing. He's obviously having not going out, isn't it? I've looked on the telly, and it's fucking. You know these birds that have got vaginas and dicks at the same time.
Hermaphrodites.
Oh.
Yeah, this guy was watching two of them fucking two. And I tell you what, this thing had tits, right? And this thing had a dick. It was fucking huge. I was embarrassed. It was bigger than mine, that's for sure. I was like, and this, I was looking at the telly. I didn't know what to put. I didn't know what to put myself. I was like, do you want a coffee, mate? Do you want a coffee? I didn't know what to say. Do you know what I mean? Some fucking chick, other chick, both eyes. It was disgusting.
In case you're just now arriving, this is the BDA late night boxing show.
Oh yeah.
Stu, no wonder you put a block on your shit. Come on, who watches?
Yeah, it's for your own good. It's for your own good.
Hey, I think us boys have got more to dirty sex than we had boxing, to be honest with you.
I didn't take it for China.
What?
Yeah. I didn't know what to say. I just said, "Do you want a?" I didn't know what to say. I just said, "Do you want a coffee, mate?" I didn't even want to make a coffee. I just said it.
My God.
But before I hit the road, I need my cock sucked.
All right. Well, this is getting out of hand.
No, it's getting interesting.
Hey,
I do
is
apologize.
anybody actually
Let's
looking
get
forward
back
to? Yeah, let's get back to boxing. I was going to ask if anyone's looking forward to Braun or Vargas, because I think that has the potential to be a really good fight, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Can we
I'm
talk
looking
about?
forward
Can
to
we
it.
talk about chicks with dicks again? I mean, instead of that, I mean, let's be real, man.
No, we're talking
no
about
comment.
Broner.
No comment.
Broner's the sort of news. Broner's the sort of news that you eat from his news articles. The guy's just old news. It was great press conference. Don't get me wrong, but the press conference and the fight, Broner's going to come in the ring. He's going to punches. He's going to get bashed up for 8, 9, 10 rounds, and then turn it on in the last 2. That's a Broner fight for you. You've seen one, you've seen them all.
He's terminated.
He's terminated.
Yeah, he's been terminated for a long time.
Although,
I don't
Jesse
know.
Vargas might be
I hope
robbed.
he comes in with a chip on his shoulder and actually shows up.
What's he gonna do? I mean, but style-wise, he's not even like he's that good, man.
No, he isn't. But
That's the thing.
if he goes out on a shield, it could be a good fight.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Wasn't
for
his
sure.
thing always that he was just a weight bully with hand speed?
Yep. At 135, fighting Galvin Reese, the guy was like fucking leprechaun, 5'3" or something. Like, come on, man.
He was fighting at 130. Remember when he fought Eloy Perez? He looked huge. That was a joke of a fight, fam.
130, no?
Fucking Frankie Cabbage gave him the business for the 3 or 4 rounds, however long it went.
Burton was getting lit up and embarrassed. It was embarrassing for me to watch. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, like Precise said, he might like go out on his shield, but as far as winning the fight, I mean, I think the only way he can win is like some sort of robbery or something. Because I don't think he's that good, man.
You guys think he'll be better? You guys think he'll be much better if he didn't fight like Floyd and fought like on the front foot behind the jab?
No.
I think he has.
I think he'll be so much better.
He's
if he fought like
Broner,
right?
That shoulder roll is shit.
The thing is with Broner, right? Even though he's got like certain people backing him, you know, this guy can't even get a robbery because he's so inactive. You can't even rob the opponent. Yeah. It's not like you can give Broner rounds. And this is Broner's problem. When he loses, he can't nick a win like Andre Ward will do. Or a lot of these other American stars will nick a win when they don't deserve it. Broner can't do that because he's so inactive that you can't give him rounds.
Yep, single shot.
He's done it before. He robbed Adrian Granados.
He robbed that guy on ESPN. Do you guys remember that?
I heard about that fight. I haven't seen it. How did the Paulie Malignaggi fight go?
I honestly thought he won that, but I haven't watched it in a while.
Could have gone either way, actually.
Malignaggi outworked him, but Broner landed the much better punches.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I had no problem with that decision. I thought he should have, Paulie made a big deal out of nothing. He just mad.
No, he took his side piece. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say.
How does Paulie Malignaggi sound?
Yeah, catch and shoot, catch and shoot. Yeah, I won. Al Heyman is a piece of shit.
Oh man.
Nah, he loves Al Heyman.
See, Paulie reminds me, because I've got a lot of Italian friends where I live in the UK. There's a lot of Italians over here as well, and all the Italians I know have got money. They're rich guys, man, and they're spoiled. And Paulie reminds me of that typical Italian sport little brat that just throws tantrums when he don't get his own way, or it just reminds me of my Italian friends. Italians don't leave home, do they? I mean, Italians still live with them. Most Italians still live with their mum at 50 and shit. They don't really like to leave home. They're mummy's boys. And Malignaggi reminds me of one of my friends, my Italian friends in the UK.
Yeah.
Paulie reminds me of one of those Italians that most Italians don't like. You ever? Well, like where I grew up at is a lot of Italians, and so.
Yeah. See, when I used to go around my Italian,
they didn't like. He was one of those guys. He looks like one of those guys.
Yeah, one of them cocky Italians that thinks he's black. Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And the Italians would like wait for him late at night, and they'll jump his ass and beat him up.
I mean,
That's
when
before
I
we
when I used to
remind
go around my when I used to go around my Italian friends, they feast. They eat like mob bosses, mate. They feast. When I used to go around my Italian friends' houses, man, I used to eat like a mob boss. It was fucking great. You could see why their women are like 40 stone the time they eat 30. I mean,
Yeah.
if you're gonna get an Italian, if you're gonna get an Italian woman, you got to get her young while she's still young.
Greeks too.
Latin like, but when they start fucking eating that pasta every day and eating like mob bosses, they soon pile on the pounds. Do you know what I mean?
Once the metabolism starts to slow down, 30s, that's when you start to see them like fucking big.
Saying in the UK, the Italian women are beautiful women until they reach 30.
Yeah, they're done by 30. But then again, you can say that about a lot of women.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
I've seen it that a lot of women age like milk.
Age like milk.
The black
over
women,
here is the worst, man.
Black women don't age. You can't. It's very hard to tell the age of a black woman. You could sit there speak to a black woman, you just couldn't tell her age because they just don't. They don't age. Do you know what I mean? Where
they do.
Somebody. Yeah, but everyone ages eventually. But I've seen. Well, I don't know. Like I said, a 50-year-old black woman.
A black woman. My teacher's a black woman. She says she's 28. I swear she's 38.
Well, she's probably 48, but she's just telling you that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of the black women I know, they just look the same from young age till they get to grown women. They just don't age. Where a lot of women do. A lot of women get old and haggard, and you can see why this is why guys leave their wives. You marry a. I mean, I've seen it hundreds of times. My mates will marry a girl. She's very attractive, thin. You know, you definitely go there. But when they get married, they get comfortable. And before you know it, you give a couple of years, and you see them, and they're like fucking 16 stone. And your mate's sitting there thinking. He's sitting there. You're looking on his face. He's down and depressed because he didn't sign up for this.
But you have to tell them. You have to tell them from the beginning. You have to be straight and tell them, like, listen, if you get fat, you're out. If I get fat, you can leave me. Like, you make a deal with them.
Yeah, but
put it in the prenup.
Yeah, put it in there.
Listen, if you start getting fat and ugly, I'm gone. Okay.
You guys know that prenups don't work anymore, right?
What do you mean?
Pretty much.
In Australia, they've been thrown out completely. I mean, they're doing it in America and UK as well.
What's that bit? What's that, bro?
Prenups in Australia, they've been thrown out completely. They're useless now. And in UK and America, they're looking to do the same.
Yeah, because you know when these guys are fucking working all their life to build their is. You've got working all their life to get what they've got, and then you pull a chick and she can just take half of it off you.
Yeah.
Without even fucking. I mean, that's wrong. A woman should be allowed to come in your life for a couple of years and take everything that you own. I've got mates. I've got living in fucking beds and renting rooms. They've done their houses. They've kicked them out of their own houses, bro.
I'm sorry, Sue, but that's how it is. That's how it is, man. It's not going to change anytime soon.
It's wrong, though.
You know what's crazy is there's guys with money, right? They make a whole lot of money. Maybe they came from a family that, their father and their mother made a lot of money, or maybe their father. And they'll actually pick these women knowing that the women really wanted to be with this guy because he had money.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even if he was good looking, that didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It was like the main reason she got with him is because he could provide a lifestyle that she was used to. Maybe her father.
Yeah, like
it's a cultural thing. It's like it's a money thing, right? If you come from a lot of money, and that girl's used to, if you're a man that's used to seeing your father doing the same thing for your mom, then I guess it's easier for him to attract women the same way that want a man that's going to take care of them.
That's how women are. They look for a man with resources to protect them. and their child.
I recognise you're probably you're around 40 years old, precise as well. When you get to that sort of age, you'll be surprised. You'll have more young girls after you than they ever were after you when you was in your 20s and 30s.
Girls,
honestly, man,
because
I get chicks, right, coming up to me, and I'm have to blow them out because they're younger than my child. They're younger than my daughter. Do you know what I mean? These girls love older men. When you get to a certain age, around the late 30s, 40s, these young girls, they like that father figure, that protection, and that's why they go for older guys.
Also, that's when you earn the most. When between 35 all the way to your retirement, that's where men earn the most. That's what women see.
You know what's funny? When I was in my 20s, the girls I would deal with were like, I was that guy that like, nah, he's just around, right? And when I'm older, now that I'm older, I'm that guy like, oh, I want to be with him. That's the guy I want to be with. It's like,
you know why it is though, right? It's because the MGTOWs ain't hitting it right, man. That's what's up.
Oh God.
Ouch, precise. That really hurt.
They're gonna come in hordes.
Bro.
Yeah.
You gotta eat that ass.
No, I refuse. Never, ever, ever, ever.
Just kidding. I don't really want to go there. Don't really want to go there. Just
too late.
But it's true. It's true. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's one thing I'm disappointed with about the show last night being taken down, because Cameron actually opened his heart up to the boys. You know, he's obviously got.
What did he say?
He was talking to you. Recognise what did you
Yeah,
hear?
it was.
Was he there?
Yeah. I mean, Stu was breaking down. Shit, he was breaking stuff down about this whole ghost stuff and what it means and the smells and everything. And
yeah, I mean,
Cameron was
very
bugging out. He's like, "What the hell?"
Yeah, but, like I said, very disappointed. I gave a bit of knowledge on the spiritual world there, and like I said, recognise he really took that in, and it warmed his heart. And they could have done that to other people, but we didn't get the chance because the video was taken down. Cameron opened up to us about his mental health issues, and we had a chance to talk about it, but no one got to hear it because the video got taken down. I'm really disappointed.
Well, maybe it was for the best.
That happened with my last channel, Stu. That happened. My videos were. It said that it was deleted by me, which obviously it wasn't. It wasn't deleted by me.
Interesting.
That's what it says. Yeah. That's what it says.
Yeah.
Well, what did you say in the video?
What are you talking about? The last video with the second Renaissance?
No, you said you had a video that was taken down.
Oh no, I'm talking about my old channel, right?
Yeah.
So I had an old channel, and I had about I don't remember, but it was like maybe 150 videos. I had about something like that, maybe like 300 or 350 subscribers. You know, nothing big. It wasn't a big channel, but a lot of videos. One day I wake up, I see I got a phone call from a uploader, Maxwell Bear, and he's like, dude, check out your channel. Did you just delete all your videos?
What the fuck?
Like, what the No. I was like, why would I do that? It says deleted by user.
I mean, I only had one video taken down on our channel, and that was a video towards the boxing librarian. It got taken down for hate speech. But, you know, it wasn't a hate speech. It wasn't a hate speech, you know what I mean? It was just,
and I never really
said
anything that controversial that I can remember. I don't think I did.
Yeah.
Okay, but wait a minute. So we made like a 3-hour fucking video. Somebody listened to the whole thing and found something, or how does it work?
See, someone's flagged it, right? Someone's flagged it, and when you flag a video, I don't know, but I'm sure that you'd have to put in the bit that you want to flag because it's a 3-hour hangout. So someone's heard something they don't like and flagged it, and I've got to, you know, at the end of the day, if it's one of you guys in the chat that listens to our boxing show, then you're a fucking absolute lowlife because you shouldn't be doing that. You know, at the end of the day, no, it's wrong. Flagging people's videos when we're talking about proper shit. There was no hate involved in that hangout. No one, there's no hate involved. We're just talking about general shit, and someone's flagged it down.
That's right. You're stealing. You're stealing people's opportunities.
I held
Yes,
up
that's right.
a
Stuff like
kitten in
that.
one of my videos, and some fucking vegan reported my video for animal abuse. Like, come on.
I know you're out here.
not
People are out
kidding.
here. People are out here stealing the opportunity for content such as that to be seen, and that's very terrible and disrespectful behavior. I mean, how would you like it if I came to your house and stole your wife?
They'll probably like it. They're fucking cocks.
Oh man, that's sad. You know what's sad? Those women that.
Oh, speaking of
go ahead,
animal abuse.
Yeah.
Come on, Bucho. You're
No,
more
go ahead.
interesting
I mean,
than I am.
animal abuse. Better.
Do you know, that's one thing I
Well,
can't
you
stomach.
guys remember that?
That's
remember
that's one
that
thing I can't
rooster that
stomach.
used to make noise?
You didn't fight it, did you?
Whoa!
I have this rooster that used to make noise in my videos.
Yeah.
Well, I'm eating him right now.
Jesus Christ! You're gonna get us banned. You're gonna get us banned.
Disgust me.
I don't get
Animal
these
abuse.
vegans,
But hey,
man.
tip for all the guys of 40 and over: if you got achy joints and shit, and like connective tissue problems, eat whatever animal you eat that part of the animal. No joke. So if you got like,
What sauce do you put on the goat meat?
I eat it raw, bro.
Oh.
I rescued I rescued a fucking rooster, innit? I rescued a rooster. Went round this house. This guy had roosters, innit? He's going, he goes, I don't like that fucking rooster over there. He does me in. I'm going to kill it. The guy wanted to kill the rooster. I'm like, you ain't killing that fucking rooster in front of me. So next minute, I've just gone round there for a few drinks. Next minute, I'm in my car going home with a rooster in the fucking boot. You know what I mean? I've took this fucking rooster home, and I can't do the sound in the morning. You know, when they wake you up, I can't do all that. But I couldn't sit and watch this rooster. Yeah, I couldn't sit and watch this rooster get killed. So I brought the thing home, and I managed to find him a very good home on a farm where there's a lot of chickens and roosters, and he's living a good life as we speak. But I can't sit there and watch an animal get killed in front of me. I just can't.
I can.
Would have eaten it.
Yeah, same. With feathers and all and bones.
It's eat or be eaten.
Thank you, recommend.
No, but that's bollocks. That's bollocks. What are you going to tell me? The rooster's going to eat you if you don't eat him? You know what I mean?
He might get some of his friends.
Wake you up at 5 a.m.
Wait, Stu, can you take 20 roosters at a time?
Take one at a time. I just had to save the guy. Do you know what I mean? I could take 20 roosters. Fuck me, no way. I don't want chickens. I don't want roosters. But I just had to save the guy. I can't sit there and watch a fucking a rooster get killed in front of me. I just can't do that.
Was he going to butcher him or just kill him for the sake of killing him?
Just kill the fucking thing. Do you know what I mean? Because he didn't want it no more. No, you kill that and see what happens. I'd have smashed him all over that farm, mate, if he'd have done that in front of me. So I just took the fucking rooster.
For feeding himself?
Yeah,
because I think that, I don't know what his problem was with the rooster. Yeah, I mean, he just didn't like the rooster. It was playing up or something. It was causing him aggro, and he goes, he was on about eating it, innit? He goes, fuck it, I'm gonna kill that rooster tonight and eat it. I was like, you ain't killing that fucking thing while I'm here. And we started arguing. I just told him, mate, I'm taking the rooster. And next minute, I'm driving home with a fucking rooster in my car. Do you know what I mean?
You fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
I got him a good home.
That could have fed a starving African child.
Well, and luckily I'm not in Africa, so
that could have fed 2 Zolani Tetes.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't mind a rooster being killed for food. But this guy, he didn't want to kill it for food, really. He just wanted to kill the fucking thing to be an arsehole. And I can't have that.
It's also a justice warrior we got here with Stu.
Say again?
Nothing.
A social justice warrior? No, listen, I'm far from that, mate. I tell you what, right? I tell you what, if the guy said I want to kill, yeah, if that guy said I want to shoot a white liberal and eat it, I'd have happily helped him do it. But I can't. You know, what I mean, I'm no social justice warrior. I just can't sit there and watch an animal get slaughtered. I can't. It's not me. Like I said, I can't watch anyone that does rooster fighting, dog fighting. You're the fucking scum of the earth to me, man.
Those rooster, those cockfighting things that they do, I hate that shit.
It's nasty shit, man. Like I said, because my mum's a fucking half gypsy, and she Irish gypsy, but obviously my dad's not, and my dad's got a lot of money. So my mum obviously met my dad. I've never lived in a caravan in my life, so I'm not a gypsy. I don't class myself as one, but my mum is a half gypsy.
Did she try it?
And I hate the way they are when they do dog fighting and rooster. They're fucking scum of the earth. Most gypsies are the scum of the earth. Honestly, and I'm one of them. So, you know, I'm not being a prejudiced. I'm not being. How can you be racist and prejudiced against your own people, sort of thing?
What I want you to do, Stu, is I want you to look up this video. Just look up Uncle Ruckus.
I've seen it. The black. I know. Hey, I know Uncle Ruckus is the black guy.
Is that X?
It's like X's grandfather.
The thing is, you sit there and joke. I'm telling you now, right? I'm telling you now. You sit there and joke about it, but let gypsies move. Let gypsies move next door to you and see how happy-go-lucky you are after a week when they've stole everything in your fucking house and killed everything that fucking moves. You know what I mean?
They call them grifters in US, and they are the scum.
Hey Stu, X said that you should be in prison for kidnapping a chicken.
Right, this
That's why you have that lock on your internet.
X would have stuck it in a fight, innit? If that was X with that rooster, that rooster would have been in a fight, man.
Right, you come along. You come along. You told me you're sending me Tommy and Alvin. Tommy and Alvin.
Would have turned into a pit bull fight with a rooster, innit?
But speaking of cockfighting, that shit is like over here. It's like baseball in America, man. Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, in Latin America.
Well, that Manny Pacquiao was the Michael Vick of fucking rooster fight.
Yeah, he was.
They do that in Puerto Rico a lot, man.
Yeah, man.
Did you hear me?
The Puerto Ricans are terrible for it. I mean, I watch a lot of animal rescue programs, and they're always rescuing roosters from Puerto Ricans, man. You know, always.
Hey,
yeah.
Stu, what's this guy saying?
Right, you come along. You come along. You told me you were sending Tommy and Alvin. Tommy and Alvin, Danny bet you 3 times in one night, and you cried into your cat.
They should fucking talking about me and my family. I'll have you. Hey, Uncle, in the ring now on the field. You fucking gobshite.
Yeah.
That's basically what he said. I mean, like I said, I mean, you and them guys are fucking proper Irish gypsies, man. But they're always warring. Them guys will fight to the death, man. They're fucking savages. Just me, mate.
Did you see that Vice documentary on gypsy knuckle bell fighting?
Yeah, I've watched them all, mate. I've watched them all. Families against families, isn't it? See, what they separate themselves. The gypsies, you think the gypsies will all stick together, but the gypsies separated group of all people. You know, they go by the names. You're either part of the O'Neills or the
clans,
Murphys.
No?
You know, they don't ever class themselves as just gypsies, Irish gypsies. They go by names and clans, and they're always fighting with each other and calling each other out. Some of these guys fight for 50, 60 grand a fight. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I saw in that documentary. Yeah, it actually flew in a gypsy from the U.S. or something to fight another one in the UK. So it's a big deal, you know. They travel and shit for
Wait,
fights.
so how do you become a gypsy to make this kind of money?
What do you mean?
Serious.
You're born a gypsy.
Yeah.
It's like you don't become black, do you? You don't become black. You are.
Well,
now you
some
can.
would, some would say differently.
Yeah.
Sean King.
Sean King. Have you seen
Rachel
that guy?
Dolezal.
Who?
Rachel Dolezal.
Oh yeah, yeah. Fuck, these people are
Tiger
sick in the
Woods.
head.
I got a story for you, right? I got a mate, right?
Funny looking dude.
I got a guy. I got a mate, and he's actually half American. He's half. No, he's half Canadian and half American, but he lives in the UK, and he's a big fucker. Don't get me wrong. And he started seeing this. He started dating this gypsy girl, and he was telling me right that he just went to see her on a random night, just go to see her, and before you know it, right, he's being surrounded by loads of guys. He said he had to bare knuckle fight someone to get out of the fucking sight. You know, the guy's only got to see his girlfriend. The next minute, he's in a circle, bare knuckle fight, and so just to get out of there because they'll let you go. They'll do it the old school way. They'll let you if you have a fight and win, they'll let you go. But if he'd have just ran off, they'd have ran off after him and kicked his face in. So he had to sit there and bare knuckle a guy that he didn't even know, right? Because they didn't like the fact that he was dating a gypsy girl. So this is the culture that they're about.
They're like Native Americans in US.
Yeah.
I don't really know much about. I don't really know much about.
Jesus Christ.
That's really racist.
Getting racist here.
It's really racist, Wesley. I can't stand for that.
We're gonna get banned.
But you know,
Okay,
I've
make
seen
sure-
some really good fights. Some of them fights, some of them gypsy fights last for like 2 hours, man. Two, 3 hours. No, 12 rounds. It's like 3 hours.
Do they bring the oxygen masks after the fight and stuff?
No. David Price he don't do that. So the oxygen masks. Do you know what I mean? But no, if you get the thing is that they don't let any sort of grappling or holding. They break you up straight away. It's just throwing hands. That's all it is. It's not like boxing where you can get away with holding and grappling and hitting in the nuts like Andre Wood. You can't do any of that in a bare knuckle gypsy fight. They split you up straight away. It's just throwing hands, and the first one that drops, you know, that's it.
Civilized. All right. Any other topics besides bare knuckle fighting? Is there anything else? Is there more boxing? See, nobody wants to add anything.
This fat son of a bitch is gonna try us all out.
What do people think about Leo Santa Cruz, Mares too?
Not interested.
Not interested.
Not interested.
What the fuck is that?
I'm more interested in
That's what I think of a fight.
I'm more interested in Apology Man's reaction to a pussy fart than that fight.
And the thing is, it'll probably be a decent, good fight, but I feel like we've seen it already.
It's gonna play out the same way he did the first time. I don't see Mares doing anything. What can he do? What can Mares do?
He's done.
And he can't hurt Santa Cruz, so it's not like he can turn the fight around with a punch or anything. It's gonna be the same thing.
Yeah, Mares is done.
He's too short.
I lost all respect for Mares when he lost to Johnny Gonzalez.
Now when he low blowed Rebecca for 12 rounds?
Oh yeah.
That was legit.
The low blow?
Yeah. Borderline. It was right in between the nuts.
Get down on your knees so Sabrina can...
Don't make me laugh.
Yeah, I don't want to see that fight. I don't care. Frampton,
how do you think? Yeah, go on.
No, I don't know, man. Go ahead.
How many rounds does Centeno go?
12.
What if he wins?
12.
I can see him winning.
Has he improved, or is it just me, or has he improved a little bit?
He has. He just knocked out
Aleem, right?
Yeah, WBC silver guy who knocked out Ukrainian guy.
Kirtov. Yeah.
Kryov, right?
Kirtov.
Kudrov. What the fuck is his name? I know you're talking about. Who knocked out Aleem?
Yeah, how do you say it
Centeno.
precise?
I think you say it Kirtov.
Kirtov.
I've heard it said. I've heard it said
People say Kaitrov, right? But that's anglicized.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kaitrov. I was never high on that guy, to be honest, but still, it was a good win by Aleem. Nice fight, and then Centeno just turned him into fucking dust. So, and he looks big or tall at least. I don't know. It should go some rounds, in my opinion. We'll see.
Yeah, he looks taller than Charlo.
Yeah, he's a stick though, but
yeah.
I still have my doubts on Charlo's power at 160. Huh? I wasn't impressed with
we'll see
against Hayland.
That was fixed and it took so long to knock him out.
With one leg. The guy had one fucking leg, man. So,
yeah, man. Golovkin's shaking in his boots after that performance.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Sure.
Charlo's taking over.
I think I take Dominic Wade over that guy.
No, to fight Triple G. I want him to win, fight Triple G so he can get knocked out.
Yeah, that's what I want to see too.
He's not fighting Triple G.
Triple G's about to get stripped of all his fucking belts just because of fucking the dumbest Canelo fight, man.
Yeah.
You know what that kind of reminds me of sort of what happened with Hagler towards the end of his career when he was chasing the Sugar Ray Leonard fight.
He took two of his belts, right?
Yeah, they took two of his belts. I think he was only left with the WBC, if I remember right.
Yeah. Good old WBC.
Yep.
They know where the money's at.
Yeah, exactly. They can predict. They can foresee the future, you know. They play the
globalists.
How do you think Hagler does versus Triple G?
Hagler versus Triple G?
It's a fucking bloodbath.
Hell yeah. I was about to just say that.
Really? You don't give Hagler a chance at all?
No. I'm saying both guys will fuck each other up.
Oh, okay.
They, both. If maybe one guy's career is over, or both guys after that fight.
Yeah.
Especially if they would have fought each other.
I don't think. Yeah. I don't think Hagler had the skill to hang with Triple G, but man, he was a tough motherfucker, man. Like that, you know what I mean? So just based on his stamina and strength, he would have been in that fight. But I don't think he was half as skilled as Triple G was.
No, I think Triple G had superior skill set.
He would push Golovkin back, though. I think he would be able to do that.
You see, that's what makes the fantasy matchup like interesting to me. If there's any guy that maybe could have successfully back up Triple G, might have been a guy like Hagler.
Yep.
Yeah. I can't see anyone doing that from 154 to 168, backing up Triple G.
I know Hagler was old by then, but I mean, when you saw Duran backing him up, basically, not throughout the whole fight, but like they were standing off from each other. Yeah. Come on, if Duran can do that, the fuck was he gonna do to Triple G? He wasn't gonna back him up. I mean, they would have gone back and forth.
It's funny you say that, Precise, because I can remember I was pretty young, but I can still remember. Like I had uncles that were Tommy Hearns fans, and they were like, oh, it was right after Tommy Hearns knocked out Duran. Hagler fought Duran before that, and they were like, he's gonna kill Hagler because he was backing him up.
If Tommy Hearns had actually fought his fight, maybe he could have done something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I agree with that. Tommy Hearns was trying to knock him out, and he got knocked out.
Yeah, and Tommy Hearns, we all know he was always a chinny fellow.
Yeah.
So is Golovkin like the best middleweight of all time, or what?
Possibly.
No.
I mean,
he's
from what I've seen,
in my opinion, he's in the conversation. I mean,
yeah.
he's got the second most titles.
Skill wise, he's better than any middleweight I've ever seen. Skill wise, but it takes more than skill.
Now the detractors are gonna say, who has he fought, right?
Everyone docked him, so
yeah. But we have to look at it like this, bro. Right. Marvin Hagler, before he even got a shot at a world title, was 38-3. How many fights has Golovkin?
He had a few losses in his record.
The guy was like 38-3. I might be wrong, but it was somewhere around that. The guy, after 35 fights, the guy was like the North American champion. After like 35, 36 fights, that's all he held. So,
who did he fight, Bucho? I'll tell you who he fought. Willie Monroe beat Hagler.
Yeah.
Nah, come on, Precise. What? I'm not having that.
What did you say?
No chance.
He did. That's a fact. Willie Monroe beat Hagler.
Oh, I thought you meant Willie Monroe, the guy that Golovkin, but you on about the other Willie
his
Monroe.
Uncle.
Oh,
his
uncle. Yeah. Okay, I was like,
Willie Monroe's uncle.
Yeah, I got mixed up there.
Forgot who else beat him. Another guy who was I wouldn't say a top contender. He was like one of those journeymen that could fight,
A caveman. He lost to a caveman.
Basically, yeah.
I saw the fight. I thought he won the fight, bro, but yeah.
No, I thought Willie Monroe made a strong case of beating him in that fight.
No, I'm talking about Caveman Lee. When he fought Caveman Lee, I think in Philadelphia or something like that. I thought he won the fight, but they gave it to the homeboy.
Oh, okay. You're talking about, yeah. Okay, I got you. And then he revenged. What I liked about Hagler was that, he
Hey, Precise.
Yeah, he beat Monroe
did you
twice.
Have Hagler beaten?
Right, he beat Monroe twice. After he beat him the first time, once he got the revenge win, he got him the second time. Willie Monroe was done at that point. He was finished.
I did, Stu, to answer your question. I did. Sugar Ray, right?
Well, you had Hagler beating Sugar Ray. Yes, so I did.
Yeah, that's right.
I think the Hearns fight. When you talk about Marvin Hagler, the Hearns fight is just an epic battle. Thomas Hearns had no business at middleweight. Legs that made us look like tree trunks. I don't think Hearns had a bad chin. I just don't think his legs could take the shots, and I think that's where, when Hearns fought Sugar Ray Leonard, he was actually winning the fight before he got stopped. So
have you seen the first Hearns versus Iran Barkley fight?
I didn't see the Barkley fight right now.
Yeah, it's like
I know Hearns.
It's like they're both the same height, but like if you look at their body in every dimension, Iran Barkley has like 4 times the muscle.
Oh yeah. Barkley had. Well, Tommy Hearns was pretty old back then, but Barkley had Hearns. He knocked him out in 3 rounds.
Yeah, but the thing is, Thomas Hearns was floating around at middleweight and super middleweight, and he had no business there. The guy was a welterweight. I mean, look what Hearns did to Roberto Duran. So I tell you what, Thomas Hearns would beat Floyd Mayweather. Prime Thomas Hearns and Floyd Mayweather fought. I'm picking Hearns.
Yeah,
he would
too big.
I would pick him too.
Floyd would have touched him.
Hearns had the range. Fucking, he had the counter punching. He was slick. He was fast.
What about Hearns versus Paul Williams?
He couldn't take a shot. Hearns couldn't take a shot, but Floyd. Hang on a second. Hearns couldn't take a shot. Floyd Mayweather's not knocking anyone out. So, well, you have to take that into account. And for me, I think Hearns would just be too busy, too much for Floyd. That's my opinion.
What about Hearns versus Paul Williams?
Hearns.
Hearns does worse to fucking Paul Williams than that motorbike accident did.
Seriously, that's true.
I see.
You guys think Triple G should retire after he unifies the middleweight division or move up?
He won't unify. They're taking away all his belts, apparently. It's gonna happen.
Or do you think he should move up then?
I think he should break the record.
Tommy Hearns knocked out a middleweight so bad one time that it looked like he literally killed him. So he when he went up to middleweight, he had no problem knocking guys out.
Well, he was starving himself.
6'2", 6'1".
He was a freak of nature.
Yeah. I know a guy that used to go to my gym that's similar to him. He's taller than me. I'm 6'4". He's like 6'5", and he's like 62 kilograms.
See, I don't know. I don't know the kilogram weight. So you can talk kilograms to me. I've always been brought up the old school way, pounds and stones. So when you mention kilograms,
lightweight.
Yeah, it could be any weight to me. I don't get the kilogram. I don't add up. I'm not a mathematician. I'm not going to sit there and add everything up. I just go by pounds. That's what we do the division in. So, in England they do use kilos. I've noticed that when they go on the scales, they read it out in kilos, and I don't like that.
It's 135.
There's a kid who's 6'4". He's listed as 6'4". He fights at 140.
Jesus.
I mean, what the hell is
just
that?
Bones.
Dude, I'm 6'2". I've been 6'2" since I was 18. I don't think I ever weighed, 140 pounds since maybe 15, 16, I think. Maybe, Maybe I weigh more than that. I don't remember, but 140 at 6'4".
That's not healthy.
Nah.
Can't be. All right.
Well, what do you guys think about Ryoichi Taguchi being 5'6" at 108?
What's?
Oh, wow.
I don't know. What's tall? I guess.
What's his body type? Is it really skinny?
Yeah, he's super skinny.
Robert Easter Jr. is quite a tall guy for his weight. Right?
He's really tall. He's really big.
If only he knew how to use it.
Yeah, Robert Easter is another song that disappeared. I remember that
when
Robert Easter Jr. is gonna beat Lomachenko's song. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
it was very popular.
Yeah. Just like Rigondeaux was gonna do it.
Yeah.
No, but that fight was fixed, Stu.
Yeah, it was fixed.
So, it's a good job it was fixed for Rigondeaux's health.
Yeah.
I've been saying it for years. All you guys that used to watch my videos before, I don't know how many of you guys watched it. I know Bucho did. Oh, yeah. He'll tell you how long I've been saying. How long I've been saying that Lomachenko years ago. Even when they were the same way, I said Lomachenko would make mince meat out of Rigondeaux. It'd be fish food. It wouldn't even be competitive. And I got trolled. I said that was going to happen years ago. Rigondeaux does have the ability to beat someone like Lomachenko. He's not busy enough. He's not good enough. Simple
Too
as.
flat-footed.
And I know these guys don't like to hear it. The great Cube.
That fight was a mismatch. I never wanted to see that fight.
The most talented boxer
Me
ever.
neither.
Yeah, you've been saying it for a long time. I remember that.
Do you remember that, Butcho?
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember the comment section.
Yeah, I've been saying it for years, bro. That was never competitive. Never. Rigondeaux was the most overrated fighter in boxing in the last 10 years.
I agree.
This guy, right? This guy went life and death with fucking Yamakasa from fucking whatever his name is.
Oh, but look at his face.
Whatever his fucking name
Yeah, and he after that fight, he actually the promoter of Amagasa, he signed a 2-fight contract with that guy to fight a contender, Shingo Wake, and then he had to pay out of the contract and run away from Japan.
Yeah, well, listen here, Amakasa, right? Amakasa come to England and got absolutely fucking schooled by Josh Warrington. Josh Warrington schooled Amagasa better, a lot better performance than Rigondeaux did. So this is the levels we're at. I mean, Rigondeaux breaks jaws. He breaks Jazza Dickens' jaw. I'd break that guy's jaw if I stepped one over.
Why didn't Rigondeaux break that guy's jaw in that guy he fought in the Cotto Canelo undercard? Remember that fucking fight where he threw 7 punches around? How the hell's calling me? Rigondeaux. I mean, this guy, he was laughing at us, man. He was laughing at us every single time he fought, man. Stinking out joints.
His fans were living off that Denaire win, but like it felt like centuries.
So annoying.
It just felt like centuries they were living off that Denaire win. After Denaire had already been slept by Nicholas Walters. You know, they were still living off that Denaire win. Denaire was never, ever, ever, ever pound for pound number 4 in the world. What a fucking joke that was.
You know, Rigondeaux's still on the list.
Is he?
Yeah, not on my list. He's not. He never was on my list.
Which one? Ring Magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what joke.
I just don't see what all the fuss was about Rigondeaux. I've never seen it. What all the fuss was about. I've seen slicksters like him. I've seen 1,000 fighters that fight like Rigondeaux. So talented. Don't get me wrong. He's very athletic, and he understands boxing. He understands it. He understands the game. He does what he has to do. But this guy level Lomachenko.
I mean, his flaws are highly numerous. He's flat-footed. He doesn't have a good chin. He doesn't really throw more than one punch at a time.
His stance is really bad. He punches forward away from the opponent, like sideways. If you guys watch his feet, he points it like UFC fighters do, like Conor McGregor and Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, like points it to the side.
Wonderboy Thompson, man. It was like fucking Daniel LaRusso in there, wasn't it? Do you know what I mean? That guy with his fucking kicks. You on about the Woodley fight?
No, I'm just comparing the example of Rigondeaux's foot position. If you watch it, it's like a karate stance, but he's boxing. That makes no sense.
But the thing is, Rigondeaux, he's not actually a natural southpaw. Cubans are actually, they're taught from a young age to fight southpaw, even if they're right-handed, because it's tricky and it works on the amateurs. As simple as that. Have you noticed all Cubans are fucking southpaws? It's not a coincidence that they're not breeding left-handed fighters. most of them are right-handed fighters, but they teach them the southpaw stance from a young age. So that's why they're not really KO punches, because their natural hand, where all the strength and the rhythm comes from, is not their their weapon. They're actually using a hand that they don't usually use, sort of thing. If you get what I'm saying.
But their style plays into it as well. Let's be honest. Their style is just hit and fucking move, and it's an amateur type of boxing. They don't sit on their punches.
It's a score. It's a point scoring. It's a point scoring style.
Yeah.
You know,
What do you guys think about that? The guy who's the heavyweight multi-gold medalist from Cuba.
Solis.
Yeah. What do you guys think about him?
Well, you're about the Solis that fought Klitschko.
Yeah. Or him.
No, not him. No, the guy that never fought in the pros, but was offered the Mike Tyson fight.
I mean, like I said, I don't want to hear about guys that didn't. You know, I don't give a fuck if he's got a Muay Thai belt, a Taekwondo belt. Boxing is a different game. Boxing, you can't grab someone and take them to the ground. You can't defend yourself with kicks. Boxing, there's nowhere to hide, and I don't compare Muay Thai fighters with boxing, because in a Muay Thai fight, would kick a boxer in the leg and it's over.
Yeah, I don't know what you're on about reverse Lee. I don't remember that guy.
Wait, I'll get him. I'll get his name. Felix Savone.
It's like Badr Hari. I kept hearing what a monster Badr Hari was.
Oh yeah, the K1 boxer.
Yeah, kickboxer. Yeah, a very dangerous guy, right? But this is a guy that got knocked clean out by Alistair Overeem. I know he beat Overeem in the first one, but he got sparked out in the second. So Alistair Overeem, I mean, that guy, he has a chin David Price would be proud of. Do you know what I mean? Fucking
it's so bad.
Overeem's chin is horrendous.
He was roiding as fuck.
You know, I kept hearing this monster because I had to check him up when I kept hearing about Badr Hari.
I've heard him referred to as the glass cannon.
Who's that?
Overeem.
Because Overeem, believe it or not, Alistair Overeem is actually a Brit. I bet you didn't know that, did you?
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, he's actually. Yeah, Alistair Overeem's actually British. He moved to Holland. His mum's British and his dad is Dutch, but they lived in London. They lived there for,
Is it true that I heard Eubank was like from Brooklyn?
Yeah, he was like
Eubank was. I think Eubank was sent to America to live with his family. He was actually, obviously, he was born in the UK, but he was sent to America, and that's why I think he got his fucking toughness from. So, I mean, he was in gyms. When you spar in America, that's what I mean. I'll give the American stick, but there's no better way to build a career up than go and spar in America, because you're getting quality sparring.
Yeah,
you just don't get that. You don't get that in the UK.
That's what I said about David Lemieux when he was gonna fight Golovkin. This guy was fucking training over here next to my fucking place, like in his gym. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, go spar in the US. You're fighting Golovkin. But this guy decides to spar in Canada out of like,
it's no coincidence that Eubank, when he came back home, he had a toughness about him, and he was war-torn. He knew how to dig deep. He knew how to go to the trenches. The guy had a chin like iron. The guy would never give up, and that's through the hard sparring that he got in America.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. Man.
Stu, you gonna watch the UFC today or tonight? Actually,
who's fighting?
Kevin Lee and Edson Barboza.
Oh, what, Barboza? What, Khabib fucking manhandled that guy, man. I don't even want to see him.
Yeah.
That guy got bitch slapped, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to see fucking Barboza. This Barboza is meant to be the most devastating striker in the division. The guy couldn't even hurt Khabib. Get the fuck out of here, man. UFC strikers, journey. When it comes to striking, journeyman standards. Conor McGregor's the best striker in the UFC by a country mile.
Don't make me laugh.
Yeah, some of them are really bad, poor technique and stuff like that.
John Jones is the best fighter ever to grace the UFC. John Jones is an absolute machine.
Yeah.
The guy
I love
is
watching his highlights and his fights. He's really good.
John Jones is a monster. But after
What
that,
about
Conor McGregor.
What about Demetrius Johnson?
Demetrius Johnson
he's
very good. He's very good. But his division is absolute piss poor. And all he's got to do is move up in weight, fight Dillashaw, fight
He won't. He's scared, Stu. He's scared.
Cody, what's his name? Cody
Garbrandt.
Cody Garbrandt. I mean, both fantastic fighters, but he don't want to know. He don't want to step up. He wants to hang around in the division where he fights fucking John Thompson or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know TJ was willing to move down to his division and he still didn't take the fight?
That's what I'm saying about when people put Demetrius Johnson as number 1 pound for pound. I'm not having it. I'm not having it, bro. He's a tremendous fighter. Tremendous fighter. He really is. He's got everything. He does everything world class, but he's fighting nobodies. Well, TJ Dillashaw is a different animal to anyone he's fought. And to me, Cody Garbrandt, I still think Cody Garbrandt is the best guy in the division. He got caught.
Disagree.
He was bashing it. Sorry?
I disagree. I think TJ beats him again, even worse than he did before.
No, I don't know. I don't know. Cody Garbrandt should have beat TJ Dillashaw. He had him all over the place, and TJ's tough. I mean, look what Cody Garbrandt did to fucking Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz is an absolutely fantastic fighter. Yeah. This guy, pound for pound, one of the greats ever. And Cody Garbrandt played with this guy. I think he let emotions get involved with the TJ Dillashaw fight, and I think that's what cost him.
I don't know, man. I think this TJ was just too quick for him and just too sharp for him. I think it's going to be the same when they fight again.
I'll have a bet with you next time. If that rematch is made, bro, I'll have a bet with you.
It's already made.
It's already made.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah, they've already had a conference and everything.
Yeah.
That's fantastic news. That's great news. I love that fight. I think they're fantastic fighters, both of them. I think they're really top fighters. I think Dominic Cruz is as well. But like I said, if Demetrius Johnson wants to prove himself pound for pound, I mean Dana White, he's so far up these guys' asses. He's worse than Eddie Hearn. Oh, Demetrius Johnson, pound for pound. Can you remember Jose Aldo, pound for pound, the baddest man? Get the fuck out of it. He kind of slept him in 5 seconds.
This fat son of a bitch. This fat son of a bitch.
Fuck Dana White, man. Why do you even listen to this guy?
I like Dana.
They big this fucking Demetrius
sometimes,
up, man. But he needs to step up. He needs to step up and fight.
He won't. I think he will retire soon. Beat Anderson Silva's record. Have a few more fights, then retire.
I must admit, right? You know when Weidman knocked Anderson Silva out?
Yeah.
I'll fucking sell him.
Which knockout was that?
I was fucking crying.
I got a polish.
Which fight was the one where he tried to slip the punches with his hands down and he got caught on the
That's the first one. The first Chris Weidman.
This is the fight. That's the fight I'm talking about.
Terrible.
That's the fight.
What was that shoulder roll piece of shit?
When he knocked Anderson Silva out, I got a bottle of champagne out of my fridge. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I was over the moon because the LDBC, it broke their heart. And whenever they're upset, I'm celebrating.
Yeah, I can attest to that as well.
Why not?
And to make it even sweeter, when they had the rematch, Anderson Silva got his legs snapped in half. It made it even sweeter. I mean, 2 bottles come out that night.
Yeah. But LDBC misery more.
Say again.
I mean, I said I like Silva, but I like LDBC misery more.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, yeah. to see them, you know, pulling their tampons out and getting upset, there's no better feeling in the world.
You know,
Do you
who's
think-
gonna be updated with them?
Remember Rigo when he got defeated? Oh, that was great.
I watched 78 Sports.
I saw
78
that.
Sports TV was 78
Yeah.
Sports TV actually had a breakdown.
Yeah,
I
on
thought he was
live
just gonna
stream.
like,
That was after the
kill his
Rigondeaux
dog,
fight.
kill his wife.
That was after the Rigondeaux fight. He
Yeah,
went like
Rigo.
Yeah,
he said
When
like
Blood was trying to block everybody in the chat.
it feels like it feels
Feel
like
like
my
I lost
dog
my
died.
son.
He said. It feels like my dog died. Can you believe it?
The thing is, though, I could have
Isn't
spared
Rigondeaux
them.
older than him?
I could, if they
Yeah.
listened to,
Rigondeaux should be older than him.
if they'd
Looks
watched my
older.
video,
Rigondeaux's like
Yeah,
43,
video.
isn't he?
I could have spared them the pain.
He's definitely got the face of a 40-year-old man for sure.
Oh yeah.
The-
Creepy.
And
But
the
I
funny
remember
thing
watching
about it-
videos.
Go ahead.
Oh, I feel like I lost my little brother.
Yeah.
Like,
He's gonna
Cringe.
shoot him. I was just expecting to hear a gunshot sound or something like fuck. He's gonna
You know the best
off
thing about it is they're the ones that pushed the fight. Us here did not want to see that. That was a mismatch.
78 Sports TV used to be a dogfighter, right? This guy, I hate the guy with a passion. And if there's any karma in this world, he'll be fucking sitting next to Gerald McClellan in his wheelchair.
Dude,
Oh,
he went to jail, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He's 78.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I swear-
I haven't digged deep into his life. All I
I
know
heard
is
he was like, I heard he was sexually abused by white supremacists.
Yeah, and branded as well. Was he branded?
I heard him inviting in one of his videos. He was inviting Sean. He's like, you know, you could come over here, and then what will happen is we'll take you around the hood, and we'll toss you around. I'm like, that sounded so gay. What do you
Oh
mean? You're
man.
gonna toss
Yeah,
him around?
when he
Ugh.
I feel it when he does his fucking live streams from his 1976 BMW, innit?
Whoa, man. They like to show off shit that doesn't even matter, man.
I don't know what. I don't really know him. You know, he's from the Midwest, but he sounds like he's from New York. He sounds like the typical.
He's from Milwaukee.
Yeah. I thought he was from New York. I couldn't really listen to.
Like I said,
but
I do think I do actually think the guy is quite. He's quite an interesting listen when he's keeping it boxing, but the victim card is constantly out. You know,
when I'm smoking a joint, I like to listen to him because
he's quite an interesting listen. But it's when he's playing the victim, I can't be done with that.
Yeah, I used to listen to the guy way back. I didn't know there was any divisions between LDPC and all this crap. So I used to listen to the guy, but then I remember he made a video about Underlay Silva, and he's like, "Oh, they don't like him because he's black, and they don't treat Chael Sonnen the same way because he's white." And I'm like, "What the hell's going on here?" That's when I started to realize, "Oh shit, these guys are these people are racist, man."
He called Golovkin the White Walker, didn't he?
Yeah, that was later on. Yeah, I mean,
they
they're a
call
bunch
him
of racists.
KKK. Triple K.
Oh, oh my god. Yeah, then I'm like, okay, they're just crying about race.
He'll make up stories, and I know he's making them up. But I'm like, that ain't happen. Stop lying. That ain't happen. He'll be like
what?
And I was walking I was by a flea market, and I was approached by a group of white people, and what happened was they started sizing me up. The guy wanted me to be with his wife. I'm like, that ain't happen. You're a liar.
The guy's tales of office. That's fun
Like,
of
you're a liar.
facts.
Stop lying.
He said I wouldn't. He said I wouldn't pimp my wife out, but I would allow my wife to pimp herself out.
Yeah. And then the guy's wife told me,
Get down there and eat my ass. Get down there and eat my ass.
fucking bullshit story. Get out of here.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, right. Anyways, I mean, if you have to fake stories, then you have some fucking mental issues.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of them have an inferiority complex. Let's be honest. It's true.
I mean, that's the culture I live in, unfortunately.
Blood boxing used to be a very good listen. I watched blood boxing like 10 years ago. The guy was fucking all about boxing, kept it down the middle, never about race. As soon as he got with 78 Sports TV, he became like fucking Louis Farrakhan. Do you know what I mean? The guy just went
fucking preachy.
He went all fucking militant. He went all militant and shit, you know. And this guy says he's a school teacher. I mean, would you want your kids fucking taught by black supremacists?
He must teach at jail.
Wait, whoa. Why are you saying that, Versely? It's because he's black.
That's the way we preach. That's the way we preach. That's the way we preach. Why don't you complain
he's
when you watch
probably
HBO?
he's probably making that up.
Faggot or you're not.
He doesn't sound like he went to college.
Either you're a faggot or you're not. Either you're a faggot or you're not. That's the way we preach.
That's right.
I see people. I'll see people in the comments section calling him bloody tampon.
Yeah, because he's always he's always losing his marbles. He always fucking having a tantrum, going mad, screaming and shouting at the video. The guy's like 50 years old. Get a fucking life, you sado. Do you know what I mean? Screaming and shouting over a fucking stupid bit of boxing. You know, this guy used to be a great channel. Honestly, he did. But he as soon as he started hanging around with 78 Sports TV,
they are not
all fucking.
Can
he's
I say
like
this?
A Hebrew Israelite now, isn't he?
Okay, wait. Some of these people. Hold on.
Bud starts pointing at the camera and he's cursing out Boxer. He was saying, "You gonna bring your bitch ass over here, Dillian White." He was pointing at the camera doing it. You gonna bring your bitch ass over here?
Yeah,
that's gay, man.
Hey, do you know? Hey, blood boxing used to live in the UK, and I remember he listened to a story in it, and he was saying that he lived on because his dad was in the army or the RAF, and he was on the bases in the UK, and they'd go out with all his American friends, and he used to say about when they'd go out, the fucking British guys used to beat the shit out of them, innit? And he was saying, yeah, I just kept it weren't nothing to do with me and all that lot. And, you know, like he fucking shit his pants when he got hot in the kitchen. But then he talks up when he's on his fucking video hangouts. He's talking like he's a gangster and he's going to knock this guy out. Come and see me if you want to see me. I mean, this guy's totally lost the plot, man.
By the way, a lot of these guys, I don't think they're really racist, but they know it sells. They know they can attract viewers. That's what they're doing.
They're racist. Personally.
I was talking to earlier with BDA and Cameron on their podcast, and we were kind of addressing the subject, and I'm like, look, I think it's a mixture of two, but you know, if you told me that one of these guys are not as racist as they come off on video, and it was all a sell, like whatever race they hate, they actually married to that person, you know, to that race that they talk bad about, I would not be at all surprised at all.
Yep.
Because race,
I remember this to make you laugh, right? A long time ago, boxing, right? He went on a mad one with 78 Sports TV. They fucking just lost it. They did a video together where they're talking about white people, white women. They're talking about white women that sleep with animals and dogs and shit. I mean, no white women are wrong. I don't know any white woman that slept with a fucking dog. Do you know what I mean? This guy,
they make it sound like it's an epidemic.
He made that, they all did. Well, he went on a mad one, cussing white people out, right? Well, he used to go on a show called Bruce Blitz. I don't know if any of you guys remember him. Bruce Blitz was what? He was like a big channel back then. He's come off the YouTube now. And blood boxing, he always used to have blood boxing on. And blood boxing used to go around his house and watch fights and do live videos and that lot. And when blood boxing did this video about white people, Bruce Blitz got him on his show. And he had it out of him. He goes, "Oh, blood, I'm very disappointed with you." You know, talking about white people, white women. He goes, "Believe it or not, my mother's a white woman. My daughter's a white woman. Do you know what's your fucking problem?" He's like, "Bruce, man, I'm so sorry, man. I didn't mean it like that, man." Do you know what I mean? Backtracking. His ass fell out of his fucking trousers. The guy's a clown, mate.
God.
Well, he looks like he's half white himself. He looks like most people in my father's side of the family. You know, they're like that mixed look. He looks exactly like them. So I'm thinking that he's got to be mixed. I thought he was Puerto Rican. I thought Blood was Puerto Rican.
No, he's black. He's black. I used to have a lot of respect for him. I used to have a lot of respect for that guy. I did. I used to really take in what he said about boxing. But he's gone off the rails. I can't even listen to the guy no more because he just rants and screams. He doesn't even talk anymore.
He rants and screams. Like that.
Way worse.
You're against Wilder. You're against me.
My God. I don't know what their problem is. I'm telling you, they do it for views. They do it for views.
Go ahead.
No, that's pretty much it. I mean.
Oh, did you hear this new thing? Really quickly, I got this from Sean Newton. I have to give credit where credit is due. Did you get this? Did you get the memo that the LDBC determines what fighters are going to get in their money and what fights get made? Did you guys hear that?
Damn, really? They have that kind of.
The LDBC, they can't do simple math like that.
Well, I'm just telling you what I heard. I'm not vouching for it. I'm not saying they're right. I'm just relaying the message. I heard it.
You think they can get? You think they can tell you what 60% of $10,000 is?
Well, I mean, I don't know if they could, but I'm just telling you what they were, what they were preaching.
And they also have a right to exclude you into your ethnic race.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So
call you a coon if you disagree with them.
Yep.
So keep in mind, if you are fighting Golovkin and you just happen to be brown-skinned, you are fighting for your place in the race.
Even if you're aware of it or not.
I hate when black people do that. It's so jarring.
Yeah, it's like they have an authority over what blacks think, and they can kick you out. It's like, what the hell? It doesn't make sense at all.
I don't know if it's an American thing. I feel like it's an American thing.
It is an American thing.
I feel like more like.
Yeah, it's American.
Yeah, you don't see that in Africa.
I've heard other people. I've talked to people from around the world. I mean, they don't seem like they have that. What place you're supposed to be in. Like who are you supposed to be with? Like, how the hell you know what group I consider myself a part of?
Yeah.
I'm an individual, you know what I mean?
That's the way I see it myself. I see it as... Yeah.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people, I think, from the LDBC, they're afraid to leave. It's like a cult. But they know that if they leave, they're going to be treated as coons. So they have to stay. They have to stay in that.
Shame you.
Yeah, they shame you. Listen, man. When low place.
I remember Blood saying. I think I remember Blood saying. I'm sorry to say this, but I remember Blood saying this about me on my old channel. He was like, "Yeah, I think that Mr. Silva. I think he's a black guy. He hates black people." I'm like, "No, actually, the black people that I like, you don't like. That's more likely what's going on there."
I remember X calls you recognize the coon.
Yeah. That's his favorite.
I remember.
I hate black people a lot.
when Lopez was on BDA on the show, they were calling Lopez a coon. They were like, "Why are you going over there? Why are you going over there?"
And Lopez is like pretty extreme.
Yeah.
And the way he and X thinks he's a coon.
Makes sense.
I think Low Place was funny, to be honest. I think he's funny.
He was, but he was just disrupting the show. But yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, they want to be on a show that's actually like that doesn't talk about race but talks about boxing. But they can't leave, because if they leave the LDBC and like show up on our show, for example, they're gonna be treated as coons. So yeah, they can't leave.
When it comes to I don't know about you guys, but like for me, when it comes to boxing, I can't predict who I'm gonna like. You know, like look, AJ. Take AJ and Wilder for example. If I had to pick the characters of two guys that I like, I like AJ's character better. Whether it's fake or not, I don't care if it's fake. It's just he looks like the type of person you could go up to and have a conversation with, and he's not gonna be yelling in your face if you disagree with him. He might get a little upset, but he'll be like, well, you know, and play it cool. Where Wilder, you're like, you know, I just haven't seen you fought anybody. He looks like he'll erupt, you know, like he'll get into his feelings, and he just doesn't seem like a pleasant person. It can't just be that.
Yeah, he beats up skinny little schizophrenic. So what do you think he does?
Yeah.
What do you think he is?
Yeah, that crazy guy.
It's like it's weird with it's weird with certain people, man. It's like, look, man, I go by the character. I don't care. AJ could be the worst person in the world until it comes out that he's like, you know, fucking burning people in his basement and shit like that. I like his character better.
Fritz's basement.
Yeah.
I mean, compared to Wilder, I like his character, but in general, I'm kind of off the hype train.
What was that apology? I didn't hear that.
No, I like his character compared to Wilder, but in general, I'm off the hype train.
Right, okay.
After that Joseph Parker fight, how could you not be?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the Texan fight.
Yeah, even that fight.
Yeah, I can see what you're talking about when it comes to the fighting. I'm just talking about, like we talked on this before, about like separating the character from the fighter in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I just happen to like AJ's mannerisms more than your typical Wilder.
Wants to kill somebody.
Yeah, he has good manners, but I still think he's kind of sly.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that he's, you know, the whole Eddie Chambers thing. You know,
Before that, have you seen him? There's this face-off he did with Dominic Brazil, where you start to see his like real character. He goes a bit serious. He's not as chill as he used to be.
You know something? He does have this, you know, the story about him, and I'm sure you guys are more aware of it over there, that he was this, you know, street kid pusher, you know, get into fights and stuff like that. I could see that in him in a quiet way. But again, I respect the quietness and ready to go if he gets pissed off, than the guy who's always loud. He's just like always, you know, at least with him, you know, let's say if you want to avoid a fight with him, you know how to avoid it, you know, where the other guy is like, you never know.
Well, what's the saying? The loudest person in the room is the weakest?
Usually, yeah. Usually that's the case. I mean, listen, there's exceptions to the rules. I've known guys that talk a lot of shit and they could back it up. But you're usually, I would say 9 out of 10 times you're right that the guy that talks the most is probably the weakest link.
Really?
Before I knocked out George Groves at Wembley Stadium in front of 80,000 fans.
Oh.
All right. Maybe we should end this.
Before I knocked out George Groves at Wembley Stadium in front of 80,000 fans.
Guys, it's been good, man.
Yeah, let's end this. Yeah, it's fucking getting late.
Yeah, it really is. It's like 4:30 over here. AM.
All right.
You guys are doing one tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir. We're doing it after the Frampton Donaire fight. right after it.
Okay.
So
You know
stay
what's
tuned.
crazy?
Go ahead.
There's a lot of fights coming on tomorrow, but none of them are really that interesting.
Yeah, that's it.
Broner Vargas is okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty okay. I was gonna go to that fight. I was gonna tell you, but I
Oh, yeah.
decided not to. I was gonna go to that fight.
Maybe they're giving away free tickets, no?
No,
it's
probably.
Broner, though.
Yeah.
But who knows?
I usually get good prices on them, man.
What, like $50?
Yeah, $50. You nailed it. Not bad seats.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for showing up, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take
Peace.
care, guys. Good night.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.